All right. Check, check. One, two, three. Okay. Let's see. Uh, I guess this one. No, that wasn't the one I was using. Let me find the one. This one will probably do. Yeah, that one will. We get that one. Yeah, that one will probably do. Yeah. Okay. Let's do what I said I was gonna do last week and pop on Twitch and the TV show that is not at all related to the live stream service called Twitch. Very confusing, I admit. Yeah, let's pop Twitch on. And
Showed me his pet spider. It made me twitch to control the universe using only your thumbs. Example.
let's pop this on and watch it a bit. It seems like Billy Time has quite a few uploads of this. So, I'll be here a while, probably.
Hop into your all-terrain warmobile and desert demolition. Blow it up in vector.
It seems like a Charlie Duh followed me on D-Live. Okay. That sounds pretty cool.
Captain Quasar. Strap yourself into the cockpit. Here we go with the Twitch Action Special.
Twitch Action Special.
Don't shelve that Genesis for the newer, sleeker Saturn, because there's still a patch of blue sky left for the little 16-bit engine that could. Sega's Vector Man is coming your way with gorgeous graphics, a morphing hero, and great guns. You know, I'd have to say this is one of the best Genesis games ever created.
I wonder about that.
Welcome to the year 2049. The Earth's cities, forests, and ice caps.
Damn, that's only about 25 years from now.
Just like today. All the humans have left for the stars, leaving behind Orbots to clean up the mess. But when a powerful Orbot melded with a nuclear bomb, Warhead was born, and he forged the Earth into an instrument of death for the returning humans. It's now up to Vector Man to save the day. With lightning-fast response time, fluid animation, non-stop special effects, Mega Gun power-ups, and a rhythmic tech beat, this is one heck of a cart.
Mega Gun.
Vector Man is generously...
Hey, Mega Man, you need to go get the Mega Gun so you can do the Mega shooting.
Previously unseen in the 16-bit platform. Check out the detail when he...
What's the Mega Gun? Ah, Mega Man, you should look up the Mega Gun in your Mega Dex.
You simply shoot and jump. Each area in Vector Man is a cavernous wonderland of platforming energy. All the major attractions are here. Hidden areas, big animated baddies to blast, stuff to ride, and killer morphing power-ups. And best of all, the game is loaded with secret codes, many still undiscovered.
Thank you for the follow,
Don't bury
the YouTube sub.
In fact, the big bad 32 and 64-bit platforms, you'll learn a few things from this game. So if you're looking for fast action, rewarding gameplay, and a hero packed with personality...
Thank you for the sub,
Vector Man has the
YouTube
bomb
sub.
you're looking for.
This is probably a backlog of YouTube subs.
If you like action games, but you've already run Road Rash into the dirt, then it's time to get extreme. ESPN's Extreme Games for Sony PlayStation is Road Rash Raw. It's got all the skin-scraping speed of a killer race, but this time there's no metal motorcycle to help you out. It's all muscle and style.
Get set! Go!
It's you and 15 other extreme freaks flying down the streets of San Francisco. You've chosen a skateboard to start because it's fast and easy to maneuver. To win the extreme games, you gotta be the fastest. Try not to run into anything, and be sure to hit the big jumps, or you'll be kissing a cable car. Wherever you are and whatever you're riding, you need to learn to fight. It's kill or be killed while you're flying down the street. And don't overdo the fighting, because it takes away your power. But don't be Mr. Nice Guy either. These aren't the polite games.
Would the polite games actually be a thing?
Equipment room and pick up a new road weapon. The Luger's the fastest.
Gee, I say, jolly good sir, would you kindly give me the first place supplies, please?
But don't take your eyes off the road for too long. The obstacles will slow you down if they
It
don't
would be
stop.
greatly appreciated.
Once you've bloodied yourself up enough, go grab a buddy and play one-on-one Extreme. Just make sure the punches stay up on the screen. ESPN Extreme Games for Sony PlayStation. You go ahead.
I wonder if that's a joke you could make nowadays.
You like games that make things explode. You like games that are funny. We took a Twitch trip and found out the makers of Captain Quasar like that stuff too.
Oh boy, 3DO games.
I just wanted to come play games. I thought that's what this is all about.
Playing is
So it looks like most of these games are from like 1994, but this is on the same VHS as like 1997 Sega Channel stuff.
Has been a couple years in the making.
So it's like,
But ask the guys at Cyclone and they'll tell you to blow it to smithereens.
There's two ways to play Captain Quasar. There's one way where you can be smart and use your mind to figure out the puzzles. Or you can play it more of a Rambo method where you can just basically blow up everything in your path. Captain Quasar is cool. Cool game. It's a lot of shooting, killing, a lot of action.
a lot of shooting, killing! Yeah! Killing people's fun! Kill them! Kill them with the guns! Kill them!
Once you've worked out some of your aggressions, maybe you're ready for a good laugh.
Yeah.
So is Captain Quasar. His creators hired a San Francisco comedy writer to fill in some funny parts.
I got paid. I got paid to write this comedy stuff for a video game.
Bill's done comedy on
That doesn't exactly sound like good commentary. It makes it sound like he's in disbelief and he's talking sarcastically.
Went out. I hope to do that again. Go in, go out. I think it's a very dynamic world, video game world, because it's so...
Yeah, I just want to go in and go out, take my money, and use it to hook up with some bitches.
We're inventing the world. We're inventing the world.
That's
We're
totally
inventing
what this
the
guy's
world.
saying.
When you're Captain Quasar, the sky is the limit. And Captain Quasar's creators are pretty excited.
I wouldn't change a thing. It's a perfect game.
Don't stop playing. Your life will
A
never...
perfect game is on the 3DO, guys. Wow!
Cyclone Studios
A perfect game on the 3DO.
or what?
A putrid X-Twitch. Video games like Boogerman are smelling what everyone else has known for a long time, that natural gas is one of the deadliest weapons ever made. Fart attacks are becoming very popular killers these days. No one does gas like Chaos does gas. Chaos from Primal Rage launches the Fart of Fury, probably a lot like your Uncle Henry after a big meal. In 3DO's PO'd, you aren't the one who ate the beans. I can't think of a better reason to blow someone away. Can you? Flatulence is also a favorite function for the old man in Toshinden. Hey, sometimes you just can't keep it in. But if too much farting gets you in trouble, do what everybody does. Blame it on the dog.
90s humor, guys.
Earthworm Jim 2, and a visit with the makers of Psychic Detectives.
Turn to Encore in May for hit movies of the 60s, 70s.
Is that where Twitch was on? Encore?
Murder and John Huston's The List of 80.
Like you had to subscribe to cable to get this?
Then Art Carney and Lily Tomlin are
Or a very particular cable at that.
in these two find a common relationship in twins.
That's right.
All right, let me try to skip commercials if I can.
Commercial free. Encore in May.
Call your local TCI cable system.
Are you ready for an underground adventure?
Oh wait,
Then
that
watch
was.
out for the
Nope.
slimy, snot-slinging worm named Jim. And if you see him, walk right up to him.
Oh, I don't know. I'll just keep going there.
The first version was so popular that the makers went even deeper and pulled out Earthworm Jim 2. Now all the old characters are there, now with more firepower. EJ2 is just as weird, and don't worry, just as disgusting as the original. Let's play. Your hero is an earthworm, so nothing in this game should surprise you. Barnyard animals are pretty much always your friends. In the first level, the pigs...
I don't exactly agree with that. You know what that cow does at the end of the From Jim Run.
Stopped up, blow your weapons. Your snot swing will get you out of some sticky situations. And your snot parachute will bail you out of trouble too. Also, in the first level, beware of the flying grannies.
The flying grannies!
Following patterns, so you should be able to figure out how to get to the top of the stairs. EJ's goal in the puppy love level is to bounce all the puppies to safety. But try not to miss any flying fifis or they'll end up as puppy puddles. Was that poodles? Positioning is everything. Always go for the lead dog. And don't let any bombs drop in this level, or it won't matter whether you saved any puppies or not. If you make it to the circus level, you can let your head get kind of big. Maneuver carefully, or your fat head will turn back to a worm head in no time.
Tender.
There's even a level where Jim becomes a blind cave salamander. In fact, there are so many bizarre and slimy things in this game, it's kind of hard to know where to dig. So, take the bait and try Super Nintendo's Earthworm Jim 2, and dish the dirt for yourself.
The history of the world has many great pairings. Beavis and Butthead, Peanut Butter and Jelly, and the wild beep beep of Roadrunner and Wile E. Coyote. Now Sega Genesis lets you run wild with the great Roadrunner Coyote Challenge in their Desert Demolition game. And may the best cartoon win. The cool thing about this game is that you get to pick who you want to be. Choose the bird and spend your life like a fugitive, always just one step away from the capture. Or pick the coyote, a misunderstood hero who would rather fight than switch. What you've got on your side here is speed. After all, he's not the road crawler. If your everyday super speed isn't fast enough for you, put it in overdrive and really tear up the desert. The only thing Roadrunner stops for is his own personal rocket fuel, also known as birdseed. That's a good thing. But don't stay at the feedback too long, meep, meep, or that Wile E. Coyote will come up and get you. That's a bad thing. All right. The fun thing about being the coyote is you got all these contraptions to help you catch that stupid beeping bird. And someday, you know, one
Stupid
of them will
beeping
work.
bird. Nice creative censorship there.
You just gotta hope you've hitched yourself to the right rocket, or bang, zoom, you could end up as space junk. Play the game to answer the eternal question. What do you play first, the chicken or the egghead coyote? Meep, meep. You make the call. From the Red Rock Rendezvous to Granite Gulch and bonus rounds in between, you'll face 6 desert levels, all together each hotter than the last. And the faster you run, the faster your heart will meet.
Why does that kind of look like that N64 glove?
We've got an exclusive Twitch tip for you. If you're a fan of Rayman and you're playing on Atari Jaguar, we know how you can start the game with 50 lives. Go to the main presentation and hit 5152.
So who actually played Rayman on the Atari Jaguar?
99 lives by punching XNB9 FM exclamation Z2. Get those extra lives and get out there with Rayman. I didn't do it.
You dude it.
You're a detective. You carry a piece, and chicks ask for your help. Now, wouldn't your job be easier if you had psychic powers? That's the world of Psychic Detective. Part murder movie, part killer game. Let's meet the all-seeing, all-knowing brainiacs that designed Psychic Detective.
Don't judge me too harshly.
Maybe I was trying too hard. Maybe I stubbed my brain on something. Because I was hearing voices. Big time.
You are inside the brain of
Why did that sound kind of like the Angry Video Game Nerd?
Playing Psychic Detective is a lot like tossing your brainwaves into a murder movie microwave.
That doesn't sound very pleasant.
Work the wild minds at Electronic Arts and Colossal Pictures.
Well, we've done something really fresh and new. We've taken a really strong, hardcore video game engineering team and put them together with video and movie making people who have never worked on games before.
This was better than IMAX. Better than any glove or helmet or Game Boy.
Getting all those personalities and experiences to come together to make something really new made everybody have to kind of scratch their head and try and figure out some new tricks, and they pulled it off.
Everyone at Electronic Arts got into the game of creating the psychic and sometimes psycho minds of Psychic Detective.
Players would sit around the table and go, well, what happens if he goes into that room that had the "Don't Come In Here" sign at the top of the door? And the writer would go, well, what he does is he doesn't go in there. And somebody would say, oh, no, make him go in there. Okay, he goes in there, and then what? So we made it up that way with no technology, just kind of old-fashioned, sitting around the campfire swapping stories.
It's a true movie. You just let it go. It goes all the way through. No stopping, no dying, no repeat of what you just did to get past the puzzle or whatever.
The cool part of being the Psychic Detective is your ability to change perspectives and your ability to touch the evidence at the scene of the crime.
And then when you put it up and
touch.
you get this full-frame video blast of weirdness, of something that had gone on in the past that was really bizarre. Look into everything. Check out every person. You never know who's going to give you a clue that you're going to end up needing later on down the line.
He's not the Romeo he used to be, eh?
Conversation is over.
Psychic Detective is available on a variety of platforms. Or maybe you knew that already. Coming up, a trip to the world's hottest arcade, Sega City, and a look at Mega Man 7.
Intro television. Classic Sports Network. Okay, that's
Intro television.
I'm not happy unless I'm twitching.
Comic books. You probably got 1 million of them under your bed and in your closet. Well, you better watch out. They're not just grabbing dust. They might be trying to grab you. That's the idea behind Comic Zone, a comic book adventure from Sega that will really draw you in. Your name is sketched.
Yuck.
Comic book artist, and that's a pretty cool job.
Yeah, I don't think I ever got intro television in my area.
The bad guy you created comes out of your drawing, puts you in your.
Well, Comic Zone's pretty well known by Sega fans. It's one of like the very few notable, like, I think it's one of the few notable, like, Sega Technical Institute games.
Mission control somewhere. It's time for you to find out if the fist.
Why are there two? That's a bug. This must be from a prototype. They're having bugs that aren't in the final game.
No, not a squished mask.
This must have been recorded in '94.
Roadkill, who got dragged in here with you.
Maybe early '95.
He's pretty good at helping out in some difficult situations. He gets into tight spots that only a rat would go and delivers hidden power-ups. So fight your way through one page, the one full of...
Yeah, the Ooze is definitely a novelty of a game.
Well done, Turner. Then move on through the other 5 pages. Follow the arrows or make your own path. It's going to be a tough fight. You should know. You created these animated demons. Now you have to face the consequences. Mortis will always keep his hands in, but feel free to bite the hand that bleeds you. Give it all you've got, because in the end, it's always who walks away and who gets crossed out.
Sega tends to be very weird about what goes in their collections.
If your life depended on it. After all, this ain't the funny paper.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Steve Saunders here in Southern California, hanging out at the Irvine Entertainment Complex. This is the mecca of video game arcades.
Sega City. I've never been here.
What are you doing here in Sega City tonight?
Playing video games?
Yeah. Duh.
Wow.
How else can you come to the arcade? Why don't you just sit home and play these games?
Really? To meet girls.
I mean, you don't get to relish them as like this.
Rather be here than stay at home with mom.
And I like being around people when it does it.
Well, just in case I don't make it back from this game, there's like $11.25. It's yours.
What? Give me that money!
Is it a good workout? For your hands, yeah.
Oh, that Daytona USA looks nice. Sega Rally. Woo!
This is your gun, sugar, and this is your missile button. Do you have any questions, sir?
Yeah. I just got done eating dinner. Hey, what's your favorite game? My favorite game's probably gotta be Killer Instinct.
Fighting Vipers. Indy 500.
Fighting Vipers is a nice pick.
Sega will be coming out the arcade.
Was Killer Instinct here? I didn't see it.
Your living room's big enough. It's a pretty big game. Whoa! I just turfed the lawn.
What is that? What was that one? Scud Race?
Are we allowed to say that on Twitch?
Yeah, it got censored. Dude, someone should clip that. Are you allowed to say that on Twitch? So what was the arcade where he was getting all topsy-turvy? What was that arcade? I didn't get a good look. I want to guess it was...
Action games, then you
Oh.
already know about Mega Man. He's been fighting the evil Dr.
No BGM! They got a prototype! They got a prototype! It must be a Mega Man 7 prototype. Come on, guys.
Mega Man's lucky number.
Twitch is not a Sega-specific show. I know it can be a bit confusing because this was in a Sega channel set, but...
You're facing the raunchiest robots
Look,
Dr. Wily has.
no BGM.
They can't all be beaten. You just have to know which weapon is the killer.
No BGM. It feels so weird.
At every turn,
This stage has BGM, though.
going to try to steamroll you. Beating the bosses should feel doubly good. As you're turning them into scrap metal, you're picking up a new weapon you'll need on a future level. You do have some help out there. Your best friend is a dog robot named Rush. He'll provide a boost when you need it. It's called the Rush Coil, and you can pick up more Rush items as you move along. Look for the
So why did specifically Cloudman stage not have any BGM?
You can't beat the
That's very weird.
His House of Horrors. This is where your real tests come. So here are some hints. Take
Oh, we got BGM for the boss.
by using the danger wrap you got from breaking Burstman. And forget about beating the tough turbo stage without the weapon you got from Shade Man.
That's not Shade Man's weapon. That's...
Oh.
They got the wrong weapon on there.
And reach a two-player
That was Slash Man's weapon. You got it. Wow.
Having fun with Twitch? Intro Television's got more unique and original programming.
Oh, is Twitch specifically on this network? That would probably explain why I never heard of it. Oh. Okay, so let's go back to Billy Time's channel. And this next one, hold on, is like almost 2 hours of Twitch. Let's see.
Twitch to move with a sudden jerky motion. Example, when Billy showed me his pet.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I've seen pictures of that. It's interesting.
Example.
You found Twitch, the pulse of the video game revolution. Now, there's been a lot of excitement about the new game platforms out there. So for all you gamers who want to get a look at the new Saturn games,
Yeah, Billy Time, yeah.
we'll feel the tires burning in Daytona USA.
Like he found the person who got all those VHS rips for this that one Sega Channel month, and it seems like with those rips was a bunch of rips of this TV show. Sports.
A truly wonderful thing. It's
Larry Curry.
communication, education.
Why would he have a last name that's a Japanese edible? You aren't Japanese.
You won't after you see Sega Sports World Series Baseball.
Oh yeah. That's true.
Baseball is a game of statistics. Sega realizes this and gives you the real leagues, American and national. Real teams. Real rosters. Real players and player statistics.
Everything's so real!
In the real ballparks. Hey, what about the game? We're at the All-Star game with Ken Griffey at bat.
Oh. Was this made in Virtual Highlight Engine? Kinda looks like it. It looks kind of like Virtual Highlight. I hate to break it to you. It looks like Virtual Highlight to me.
With the variable camera angles, you can play and view the game from on the field.
Look at those digitized graphics.
Or really high up. The key is to find an angle that
This looks like Virtual Highlight.
camera work for the replays. The sound is great, like you're in the bleachers at Wrigley Field.
Two strikes, one attempt.
For you sluggers, there's also a home run derby feature. Video game baseball has never been so real than World Series Baseball from Sega. The graphics, the sound, the detail, all combined to make a great time on the diamond.
Our next adventure is a big one, even though our hero is a teeny little thing from House of Buggin'. His name is Bug, and he's about to become a
Bug.
star. Before he does, he's got 18 stages to face. Now, your job in this addictive
Oh, boy,
game
Bug.
from Sega Saturn is to make sure Bug hits the big time.
I had a Saturn back in the day, and I got a few decent games for it. I got Virtual Fighter 2, and I got Nights into Dreams. Those were nice.
On the ride of your insect life. Look all around you. Things are flying from all directions. And if you
Bug, oh yes, Bug is kind of infamous. Mostly because Sega of America was delusional enough to think they could replace Sonic.
Green Wads will give you a single glob shot. With Blue Wads, you get rapid fire. You've got some ugly bosses to beat.
Like, as a game, it was fair for its day,
And you'll lose. But this big
but
can be beaten by jumping all
the
over.
arrogance of Sega of America to think they could replace Sonic as a mascot with this was very silly.
This Reptilia boss wants to slip you the tongue. To beat him, use the boulders he dislodges and throw him right back at the ugly stoner.
Bug juice!
Be sure to use the save game feature so you don't have to start at the beginning each time.
What exactly would bug juice be made of?
New crystals along the way.
If it's not like actual bugs.
Bonus round. Also, keep stocked up on your bug juice. That's your life force, man. Bug from Sega Saturn. Once you check in, you won't want to check out.
Problem. You love tight hairpin turns.
Matt Gallet.
G-forces. But the speed limit on your street is only 30 miles an hour. Solution? Daytona USA by Sega Sports. You might just need to fasten your seatbelt for this race simulator, because it's not a Sunday drive with your grandparents. You're gonna
It's the Saturn port, though. I had the Saturn port of Daytona USA.
in your game options.
I mean,
Select menu.
when you see the arcade version of Daytona USA, and then you see the Saturn version, it's like night and day.
Layout for a little
Like, the port of Daytona USA to Saturn is kind of subpar.
cars available, each with unique performance specifications like top speed and handling. You can even choose automatic or manual transmission. You do know how to drive.
The Tempo game for Sega Saturn ended up being Japan only. Kind of funny enough.
Keep your eyes on the road and on your
I think
instruments.
Tempo had potential, but
Things happen pretty
it was doomed by the platform that it started on, the
We'll
32X.
help you keep tabs on your laps.
There's no way you could have a new Sega mascot see you on the front of the 32X game.
Keep it simple. Meet all your checkpoint requirements.
Simply put.
The scenery in this game is beautiful. But hey, you're here to race.
In retrospect, Sega should never have even considered replacing their mascot. I guess they thought of it that way because, like, they managed to do it with Alex Kidd, but Sonic was too perfect, basically. Like, you couldn't go back once you had Sonic. Sonic was the biggest success. You can't just replace Sonic. I don't think that came out in America, did it? I don't think I played it. Maybe I'll look into it at some point, but yeah.
You're gonna be leaving people in your dust. And hey, you're not
Daytona! Oh, it's already over.
Tired of driving that sleek sports car? When you're playing Sega Saturn's Daytona USA?
Who the fuck is tired of driving a sleek sport? Oh my gosh, you'd be a spoiled brat. Oh, they meant the whole car in Daytona.
Up left, buttons A, B, X, Z, and press start. Then choose the Saturn Racing mode and press left on the directional pad to choose your vehicle. The horse option will scroll onto the screen, choose it, and get ready for a different kind of horsepower. Coming up, Virtual Fighter and Robotica.
Jordan Cooper, not an enemy in the world. Until now.
What are you, insane?
And suddenly, he's the top
Ads. Let's see. Let's try to skip the ads.
Corn, a sophisticated mobile infantry robot.
Hold on. Go further back.
All you need is your stereo system, plus a tuner and remote control from your cable company. Call and ask for the music broadcast by satellite. DMX, Digital Music Express.
Wow, that's early satellite radio! Dude! That's relevant to my channel! That DMX is like the American counterpart to Saint Giga! Let me watch that ad again. Let me go back to that ad.
Late in the evening, if the sky is clear, you may see a faint light twinkling among the stars above the horizon. This is the satellite Telstar 402R. It is broadcasting music, perfect digital CD quality sound, adult contemporary.
Naughty by Nature, Michael Jackson, Madonna, Janet Jackson.
Over 30 channels in all, each with hundreds.
Always the men, Mariah Carey.
From the hottest contemporary hits to the symphonic classics of another century. No announcers, commercial free, 24 hours a day. If you're a cable subscriber, all you need is your stereo system, plus a tuner and remote control from your cable company. Call and ask for the music broadcast by satellite. DMX, Digital Music Express. Music from the stars.
DMX, they had a .com website back in the day? I ought to look them up. Saturn Special, huh?
Hey, if you're a gamer who's in the mood for just a little bit more realism than your standard first-person shoot-'em-ups that are out there, you gotta check out Robotica on the Saturn.
Never played Robotica.
You are in control of a Leocorn, a sophisticated mobile infantry robot. Your job? Overthrow the dictators of Space Station Daedalus. Let's get started. Like most
Daedalus?
various levels and trying to find the
That's pretty cringe. What kind of space station would be Daedalus? You really want a space station run by total idiots?
Upper right is shield power. One of the really helpful things you can first do on any floor is find a computer panel.
Looks like a Doom-like.
Download floor plans of the level. Also, make a good habit of using your radar. It will give you a good idea of what's coming up. There will be no surprise attack from behind this door. Here's some missiles doing their job. And the tried and true robot punch.
Robot punch!
Don't forget to pick up the weapons they leave behind. You'll need them. as well as any power-ups and gate keys you can find. Robotica's gameplay is pretty straightforward. Find the key and fight your way to the exit.
Yeah, it's a Doom-like.
Not too long, and Mr. Macho Guy will end up looking like this. Robotica is smooth moving. It's got great detail and awesome graphics. Plus this great moodiness that other games like this are striving for. Hey, play this game in a dark room and you just might forget who and where you are.
Oh man, if only Rock'em Sock'em Robots were that fast.
Bruce Lee was a kung fu
Yeah.
army of one, fighting his way through piles of
I don't really think the Wii is capable of managing Sega Saturn, quite frankly. Like, that struggles with PlayStation 1, dude.
gimmicks, no tricks, and no props. He's Bruce Lee, and I bet if he were alive today, he'd be playing Sega Saturn's Virtua Fighter remix. Anyone who loved the arcade original and sunk a couple of tons of quarters into the machine will thrill with this home version. If you're looking for fancy weapons, supernatural fireballs, or cyborg battle armor, check out a This Fight Early, Fantasy Boy. For the 8 fighters in the game, the rules are simple. Using your body, your brains, and your moves. It's first one to be knocked out of the ring, or just knocked out loses. Simple. And winner takes all. This remix offers all the moves you ever need. Fist to the stomach, knee to the chest, foot to the head, fist to the head, foot to the stomach. You get bruises just watching.
If you're getting bruises just watching Virtua Fighter, you probably need to see a doctor.
If you need more variety, check out these moves. Clothesline, knee drop, flying butt slam.
That's what they call that? Flying butt slam? Hello, P.O.
Even the backgrounds, which are kept far more simple.
Yeah, we're gonna be watching Twitch for a while. Because I never heard of Twitch until, you know, it was suddenly recorded.
If you're looking at the scenery, you're going to be staring at the ground. Get good enough, and you'll soon find yourself face to face with one mean silver boss, Doral, who has a strong desire.
That's how you pronounce it? Doral? Is that how you pronounce it?
On your style.
I think I always pronounced it Dural.
Check out this fighting game and make Bruce proud.
Doral.
I don't know how they keep doing it. They keep adding better games and better accessories, like the arcade racer for Sega Saturn. This thing's amazing.
Oh, come on, that looks nothing like the actual arcade wheel for Daytona in an actual cabinet. Don't shit me.
Look at that.
Look at it, you're driving like ass. You're in last place. You're a scrub. Holy crap, dude, stop. Okay, it's over. Shooting.
Panzer Dragoon is your typical reluctant hero meets an armored flying dragon and must take to the air in order to save his planet from destruction. With something more. 3D graphics so good, you'll find yourself hanging on for your life. Okay, so maybe that's not so typical. Some have tagged Panzer as the best game to come out on the Sega Saturn. And who am I to argue? From full motion video to 3D rendered episode openers, you know you're in for something special.
This is Panzer Dragoon, right?
Takes blast in his chest. His dragon floats to the ground. You reach out to touch him, and through a mind link, he gives you your message. Stop the Imperials before unleashing the evil power of the Dark Dragon.
Yes, exactly.
Watch out for giant sandworms, killer water lilies.
I will say, Panzer Dragoon's one of the games I didn't play on Saturn back in the day, and... Well, not the full game anyway. I played demos of it, but I never played the full game for some reason.
You can rotate your perspective to help set up a surgical attack, or just to get a better view.
I guess I was too young to really appreciate artsy games back then.
Keep your kill ratio up, and you'll be rewarded with extra lives.
I don't know.
The game is broken into 6 episodes, with a secret level 0, with everything from water to trees to my favorite, the tunnel. Just watch out for those doors. Now, before you slap this CD in, there's a couple things you're gonna need. A sharp eye, a quick trigger, and a strong stomach. After all, you're gonna use a lot of fancy aerial moves to pull this mission off, and this game doesn't come with a barf bag.
I never thought it was that. I don't know. Not that many games give me motion sickness.
The next time you fire up your Sega Saturn to play a serious game of Panzer Dragoon, get some target practice on a secret episode to hone your skills. To get to episode 0, highlight normal at the title screen and tap up, 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 down, 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 left, right, left, right, left, right, button L, button R, and start. You can lock onto the target.
Up, up, up. Why does that sound familiar? That sounds like a code I tried in a different game.
Good luck. When Twitch comes back, the manic music makers behind Cyber Speedway.
Let intro know.
Hold on.
Email us.
I'm gonna skip the ads again.
CINC.com. What do you think about the world's first sampler channel?
I kind of find it funny how this network has mostly self-promo.
Experience entertainment.
3D, the way it should.
Wait a second. Hold on, let me go back.
Man, your battles.
Gemini Man? This ain't Mega Man free!
The unexpected in Ray Bradbury Theater.
Oh, this is just a TV network show thing.
The Sci-Fi Channel.
Oh, it's a Sci-Fi Channel ad!
These are called eyeglasses. They redefine 3D. You can hook
Wow.
up your cable, your VCR, or even a computer.
Wow.
Good deal. What's in it for you?
Whoa, not so close with that camera.
Eyeglasses will change the way you experience
This seems so cringe.
portable virtual reality. Lifelike video games. Stocking stuffer! Eyeglasses, get it? With cable you will. Imagine the virtual end of this commercial. See, it works.
Wow.
We're back with the Twitch Saturn special.
Cyber Speedway. Yeah, that's right. That does sound like a Sonic level.
You ever start up a game and then turn down the volume because you can't stand the tunes coming out your TV? Well, Sega's putting a stop to the lame music by hiring a real band to back up an awesome new game.
Actually, when was the last time anybody did that with a video game?
Games have been infamous for this, game-oriented music, almost like an AM radio type thing.
Sega has changed the sound of music.
It's like sitting in a car and you have the stereo on full blast rather than something for the video game. It's the unta typical of video games.
What the hell is he talking about?
Sega knew they had a hard-driving, out-of-your-brain sort of game with Cyber Speedway. They didn't want to settle for the boring music that's in a lot of games, so they hired a band, San Francisco's Bygone Dogs, fronted by Joel Alvarez.
Who the hell are they?
Music for video games, actually.
Never heard of them.
Done is really product of the band itself, stuff that we go out and play live.
This segment is actually starting to make me hate this show.
The music for Cyber Speedway was a race of its own.
Like, I know they want to try to promote this game's soundtrack, but...
The entire soundtrack, and we were able to pull off 5 songs in 2 days, one of which was brand new. It's nice that there are deadlines.
It sounds like very typical 90s punk rock.
Capture the veracity of a song that's brand spanking new, and you slap it.
No, they've been talking entirely about the soundtrack.
One more race, and you all will finally learn what I've always known. Just who is the best.
Like, they've been talking about the soundtrack for, like, the entire time of this.
Joe wishes he could reach in the game.
You just got to go as fast as you can and have a little bit of control. I proved to myself that I was a horrible failure at playing the game, so I think I'll stick with writing the music.
His game skills may need work, but his music skills may make your game better.
Once you couple the music to it, it's like life taking a long drive to L.A. and having the stereo cranked. It just makes the drive go a lot faster.
Of course he goes to L.A.
Congratulate you on an excellent race.
Bygone Dogs is now in the studio recording their first music CD. No games this time. Look for it on Polygram. And
You mean to tell me they made the game soundtrack before they made their own album? You expect me to take that shit seriously? That's cringe! That is cringe!
If you've been looking for a game that fuses the realism of helicopter flight simulation and the brain-scrambling action of an arcade game, look no further. Blackfire for Sega Saturn.
If you want to hype up how your soundtrack has a real band, have a real band! Not just some people you cobbled together and paid minimum wage to.
Flying gunboat to put an end to the Sword of Gideon, a fascist drug dealer.
Sega was too cheap to get Pearl Jam?
Climb into the cockpit. For some weapons, your computer targeting system hones in on the ground units.
Yeah, of course they were.
There are 15 different missions which you need to complete in this game. All of them have different terrain, different targets, and different objectives.
We got snakes warming up. Check radar.
Here are some enemy planes you can look forward to meeting in the friendly skies. Use your air-to-air missiles to down the bad guys, or if you prefer, your autocannon.
Bandit coming up.
Control to the Blackfire are responsive and smooth, and the simulated characteristics of helicopter flight are realistic. And as you can see, the action gets very hot.
What's going on, Blackfire? Respond!
That sounded kind of like Amy Rose's Sonic Adventure voice.
The realistic flight control and the non-stop action make Blackfire not only a top-notch air combat game, but a super simulator as well. This game's a regular weenie roast.
That felt like a very forced joke. Like they just wanted to light a hot dog on fire.
Sega Saturn, we have a tip you're really gonna love. Here's how to fully replenish yourself in the middle of the game.
If I remember right, I tried playing Bubba and Sticks and got frustrated at it very early in, so I didn't get very far.
The left and right buttons. Then on pad 2, press A to replenish shields, B to refill generators, X to advance your weapon level, and Z to load the level map. You'll be fully replenished and ready to head back into the dark world of Robotica.
Alright, I guess we're going into another episode. Oh, for a second I thought I was going to have to fast forward a bit. Because it showed like Ren and Stimpy for a good second.
Move with a sudden jerky motion. Example, when Billy showed me his pet spider, it made me twitch to control the universe using only your thumbs. Example.
You found Twitch, the pulse of the video game revolution. Alright, now all gamers know what separates the men from the boys. It's fighting games. Mano a mano. Bang heads and may the best man win. So here it is, the Twitch Fighting Special. We're going head-to-head in Toshinden.
Oh, this should be interesting.
Prehistoric and primal rage. Kicking butt in Virtual Fighter Remix. And getting downright nasty in Killer Instinct. Let's get it on with the Twitch Fighting Special.
Fighting!
Sony's PlayStation fighting game, Battle Arena Toshinden, doesn't offer much in the way of plot, but don't let that bother you, because you've got characters with major bad attitudes in this fist-crunching virtual world. The 3D graphics are so cool, you'll think you're watching a movie rather than playing a game.
They always say that. And, quite frankly, I'd rather be playing a game.
With a sharp eye and a mean whip. She's not as fast as some of the others, but she'll whip you into shape in no time if you're not on your toes.
Why is everybody suddenly asking me to play Sesame Street Counting Cafe? What the hell?
Rungo Iron is a big lunk with an even bigger club. Everyone looks like a nail to Rungo, and he's got the hammer to prove it. Bo-Fi proves that respect does come with age. His Iron Claw is merely a distraction before he teaches you an ancient lesson or two with his blue fireball moves. Duke B. Rambert has a big, long, two-handed sword. Dragging around such a big weapon doesn't do much for his speed, but when he makes contact, look out. Finally, there's Elise. She looks like someone's lost doll, and just happens to sport a couple of mean-looking knives. But being so small has its advantages. Drop your guard for a moment, and she'll be in for the kill.
I never give up.
Put these guys one-on-one in a variety of 3D fighting arenas, and you have a game that is as much fun to watch as it is to play. The camera zooms down to match up with the fighting. Some fighters might find the move options more limiting than some other games, but the fluid fighting action and a constantly moving camera keeps the action high.
Oh no, you're giving me the pay incentive to play it. Oh no. Oh no, I guess I'm gonna have to set aside a stream for it. Oh. Oh boy. Yep, there's a super chat incentive to play a specific game. Alright, I guess I'm gonna have to set my next stream aside for that. Do you have a schedule in mind you want me to play during? This is definitely pre-Soul Edge. Like, Soul Calibur was not even a blip in Namco's radar when this was made. It's all like early PS1 Saturn stuff. Doesn't even have Virtua Fighter 2. Doesn't even have Street Fighter Alpha.
Press and hold down all 4 control buttons, then hit select twice. The health bars will disappear and you can go on playing.
Alright, yeah, I'll remember to play it on the next stream. Thank you. I do multi-stream, so it'll probably be everywhere. Everywhere I usually stream.
He's the one still standing at the end of the match.
I'm not happy unless I'm twitching.
What the hell kind of line is that? I'm not happy unless I'm twitching. Well, kid, you're going to be overjoyed when you have carpal tunnel.
Well, then it's safe to say that a little bone snapping might be in order. With the release of the hit fighting game Primal Rage,
I hope osteoporosis satisfies you.
Get your mood set for some blood and guts, throw out the rules, green-blooded dinosaur fighting. Featuring the colors, characters, music, and moves from the arcade original, this version gives you all the guts and glory.
Wait, what version are they looking at here? It looks like the Genesis version. Sounds like the Genesis version.
All the games here. Choose between Armadon, Sauron, Talon, or Vertigo.
Yeah, it's probably the Genesis version.
The ruins of human society and get ready to rage. With over 70 moves to master and lightning-fast action, even the toughest thumb jockey is going to have to take a few beatings before mastering this card. Check out Diablo heating things up here for Talon. Or if you feel like a little dirty fighting, Chaos has a couple of tricks in store I guarantee you won't find in any other battle card. Hey, way to go! These guys are fighting to rule the earth, and no matter
What, for Primal Rage?
all the stops to win.
That seems strange. Didn't they get Primal Rage 2 on MAME? It would be weird if you could play Primal Rage 2, but not Primal Rage 1.
Adjustable, allowing you to set buttons with your favorite special move.
Anyway, I'm sure they'll get it eventually if they haven't yet.
Turn off the gore. Who want to do that? Here's a Twitch tip from the source. The game makers for Primal Rage at San Francisco's Time Warner Interactive.
Okay, if you want to get the volleyball game, this is what you do. You go to the Sauron stage, which is where the beach is, and you kick a human up into the air and you throw him back and forth 10 times between the two players without touching the ground, and all of a sudden a volleyball net will magically appear in the middle of the screen, and you'll be able to play volleyball right there. And that's the secret.
What? That's a weird-ass one.
And learn some new moves in Virtua Fighter Remix.
Oh, copy protection. That makes sense. If I remember right, it took them a long time to get through the copy protection in, a few other old machines as well.
And tell us about yourself and why you watch Intro Originals.
Let Intro know. Call us at 1-800-482-4101.
I don't think it was a Hyper Neo Geo 64. I think that was just very crude emulation back in the day. Let me think. Oh, they're playing commercials. Let's see. Do I mostly just want to skip these? Yeah, I think I do.
Bruce Lee was a kung fu army of one, fighting his way through piles of bags.
Oh no, are they really repeating a segment from a different episode?
It was his style.
Oh my gosh, they do that?
And nothing else.
They do that. Yes, it is literally... They reuse segments! This is cringe! This is cringe! Let's skip it. Let's skip Virtua Fighter. Hold on.
But looks don't count in Virtua Fighter remakes.
Oh, that is cringe.
Anticipated games for the PlayStation ever. Mortal Kombat 3. A perfect translation that brings all the graphics and sounds of an arcade game into your living room.
Oh no, I was watching a certain VTuber play Shadow the Hedgehog a couple days back, and she was on... she was in that flashback level for like a whole hour because she was going for the evil objective.
To fight with it, including Shang Tsung, also known as Morph.
Poor soul.
There are over a dozen characters to choose from.
It's an absolute nightmare having to kill 60 gun soldiers.
When you select your fighters, you can even play against yourself.
What version of Mortal Kombat 3 was this they were going for again? Probably Genesis again.
And the finishing moves are wet and wild. A whole new definition of gore.
Kulao wins.
Wow, they're actually just showing the finishers on cable TV.
But if Grandma's in
They're apparently allowed to show them on this.
you can turn the blood and guts off and show the friendship moves these fighters do.
Friendship again.
This is truly one of the great fighters of all time. So get ready to burn out your thumbs and bust some serious butt.
How much do you play? Half an hour or an hour a day?
Well, I usually don't play that much.
So about as much time as you spend on your schoolwork? Definitely. How much do you really spend on that?
I don't know, a couple hours.
Virtua Fighter 2.
Oh, dang, they got a deluxe cabinet. Nice.
My character is Sean D.
Did anybody ever tell you you got the haircut of like Sean D there? Who's your favorite character out there?
This guy right that I'm playing with.
Sean D was bald, you dumbass.
Double circle sidekick, that's one that I use the most.
Jackie Bryan.
Well, I like his punch right there, and I like his moves because he looks cool and he moves smoothly.
We need tokens. We're all tokens. If Nightwolf from MK3 were to do battle with Riptor from Killer Instinct, who would win?
Riptor, because he's much more aggressive.
Chaos from Primal Rage.
Wow, that's a... Is that going to be a death battle episode? Somebody, make sure that's a death battle episode. Like, put out on death battle.
I like his moves and what he looks like. It's a lot better than Shang Tsung. How's that gum you're chewing?
It's good.
If butchering bad guys is your idea of fun, you'll love this fighter. Weapon Lord for Super NES. It's wetter than a shaky autopsy and twice as chunky.
This looks cringe.
For fighting masters only.
This looks cringe.
Salacia. Zord.
Was this made by the same guys who did Double Dragon 5? I think it looks like that style.
A
2, Weapon Lord is not a game for beginning fighters. It's for hardcore gamers who can appreciate true fighting technique.
That girl's name's literally one letter off from being hentai.
Weapon Lord blocks with its martial arts accurate action.
They said this was on Super Nintendo.
The thrust block, an offensive block that throws your opponent off balance so you can swoop in for the kill. One strategy is to knock your opponent silly. It's called dizzy. In this game, once your enemy is dizzy, he almost never recovers. Zarak, the final boss, is waiting to meet you at the end of the matches.
I am Zarak! Wow.
If you don't finish off enemies, they will come back to haunt you. You don't just have finishing moves and weapons. You get to humiliate the corpses with after-death pummeling. This way, they don't have to worry about coffin size. Weapon Lord is the most excellent fighting game that raises the art of battle to a new level of technique and realism.
It's the ultimate video game question. What if Nightwolf from Mortal Kombat 3 took on Fulgore from Killer Instinct?
Why is he...
Find out what you think.
Wow.
Fulgore, Killer Instinct, Nightwolf, Mortal Kombat 3.
I think
Wow. Why are they asking this question?
Nightwolf is this little kind of Native American guy, so I think Fulgore...
Little Native American... Wow. Wow, this kid be racist. Little Native American guy.
Nightwolf would win because he's got like a tomahawk and he just chop him up. It's like no contest.
Wow. Yeah, let's just chop up the robot.
Shoot out that thing from his hand.
Coming up, survival of the fittest in Primal Rage, and battle it out in Killer Instinct.
More ads. Let's see.
Did you hear the news? Did you hear the news? We're on pay-per-view. And what's more...
Wow, pay-per-view. That gets me back. That takes me back. Hold on. I said I'd skip the ads, though. There we go. I think I heard of that, but I don't know that much about it.
It could be the ultimate fighting game, boasting more diverse fighters, fiercer combinations, and the bloodiest finishing moves. Mortal Kombat 3? No. Nintendo's Killer Instinct for Super NES. This game has all the style and characteristics of the arcade version, and it's translated into a great little cartridge. All you gotta do is jump in the ring and start slugging to believe it. Imagine playing fighters as diverse as a Velociraptor, named Riptor, or Chief Thunder, a mystical defender of the Native American people.
Footage from the Super Nintendo version.
The action is enhanced by easy control, a pulsing techno soundtrack, bone-crunching sound effects, and spectacular graphics. During the matches, you're knocked out twice before your health is expired. The first time you're KO'd, the players are separated briefly and then allowed to do it all again. This makes for amazing comebacks and lightning-fast matches. Pick the color your fighter wears for that aesthetic advantage. If you must die, why not leave a good-looking corpse?
That's interesting logic.
Combinations in the special training mode. A nice touch for cross-gaming fight junkies who need to warm up to Killer Instinct's special attacks. In this set, the were-creature Saberwolf slices and dices for cyber alien Galacticus in a bloody to-the-death...
Galacticus! Wow.
Note how the attacks are rated.
Galacticus!
More qualifiers to leave your initials on.
Did he confuse him with that, like, with that Marvel Comics Galactus? Galacticus! I hunger for planets!
Any of the juicier big bit fighter games out there.
Let's check out Time Warner Interactive, home of Primal Rage, the head-to-head fighting game with one simple objective: total domination of the new Earth. The Primal Rage team spent over 2 years creating this multi-platform arcade game spin-off. The goal? To make the
Look at that FMV.
From the human characters in other fighting games, enabling development of a more complex fighter. In creating Primal Rage, Time Warner Interactive went back to some of the classics to invent something entirely new.
I was inspired by the old Ray Harryhausen stop-motion movies, Jason and the Argonauts, or King Kong, and that sort of thing.
Stop-frame animation, a process long used in Hollywood for movies like King Kong and used today for feature film special effects, was the key in creating Primal Rage.
Oh, this goes back.
It's like
Oh.
characters that move smoothly, adding detail and personality.
The characters are awesome. Guys like Chaos, he's just this wild ape. We totally wanted to make him completely different from Blizzard, which is the other ape in the game. So we gave him stuff like the Fart of Fury. And the guy pukes, and he does other stuff.
He pukes and farts! That makes him a unique character. I'm gonna remember that.
But the appeal of Primal Rage goes far beyond the interesting characters. The fighting engine makes Primal Rage a game with more combinations than any other game to date.
Did they put a camera on like an arcade screen for this one? That's what it looks like here.
Razor-like claws and prehistoric butt slams. And the result?
Like, you notice how there's like, and then it switched. Now you see it switched to a different version because suddenly the screen resolution's different.
After 2 years of all-nighters for the designers and rumors of a sequel, Primal Rage hit the shelves. And
The sequel. Oh, that they mentioned the sequel in this.
We have a phase that we go through called the field test, which is where we test the game at the local arcade, and what we'll do is we'll go down there, and it's just, I can't tell you the feelings you get when you see kids crowded around your game, screaming and yelling and having a great time. That's what it's all worth.
Wow, they were talking about Primal Rage 2 on this. Wow.
On multiple platforms, so pick it up and feel the rage.
Like the Twitch? Intro Television's got more of your favorite video game review show. We'll be twitching again later today.
Damn, this saxophone's really going off.
Some people redefine the Olympic Games. Some people, like these, never even got a chance to go.
Now you'll get that chance on
Oh, a second channel ad! Wow! Wow! Oh my gosh! This goes right along with This goes right along with that September 1996 step disc. Oh!
Call your local TCI cable system for details. May not be available in all areas. Last week, John Boudreau smacked 2 home runs in the Cleveland-Boston pennant race.
Alright, they're probably not going to air a second Sega ad.
Chiefs game caught a 40-pound swordfish off. Say, you got any chocolate milk to wash us down? 80122.
Oh, here's what their end credits are like. Game Transfer Alliance Media. Wow, Sega Channel's in the credits. Wow, that's pretty crazy. Sega Channel got in the credits for the show. Wow.
Intro Television presents a spectacular silver screen summer.
Okay, let's
movies. That's stupendous. Memorable movie.
This here Turner Classic Movies? That's pretty crazy. Here we go.
With a sudden jerky motion. Example, when Billy showed me his pet spider, it made me twitch to control the universe using only your thumbs. Example.
You found Twitch, the pulse of the video game revolution. Now, for all you gamers who like to play with a little heavy artillery, we put together the Twitch.
Wait, why did it cut to a different... I'm a bit confused. Now I'm curious what episode that got cut out.
Billy showed me his pet spider. It
Well, whatever.
to control the universe using only your thumbs. Example.
You found Twitch, the pulse of the video game revolution. Now, there's been a lot of excitement about the new game platforms out there. So for all you gamers who want to get a look at the new Saturn games, here's the Twitch Saturn Special. We'll feel the tires burning in Daytona, USA.
Hold on.
Go speeding with arcade races. And go bugging with Bug. Come on, let's go check out Saturn.
That sounds similar to what... I don't know, that sounds... Were there a lot of episodes of this? Okay. I guess that it might have been... They might not have had a lot of reruns. That's probably what's going on.
Showed me his pet spider. It made me twitch to control the universe using only
Oh, this one has a PlayStation controller. This should be different.
You found Twitch, the pulse of the video game revolution. On this Twitch, battle wizards, worms, and other monsters.
Magic carpet. Here we go.
Catch the one that got away in Bassmasters Tournament Edition for Super Nintendo.
Bassmasters.
PlayStation racing fans, the secret tracks and Wipeout.
We'll be checking out the Mad Cat steering wheel and Brave.
No, not Mad Cats!
Resident Evil.
And we're getting amped up because we're going to E3, baby.
Oh!
We're getting real Nintendo 64, and we're going to stop by Crystal Dynamics for something called Pandemonium.
Oh, wow, Pandemonium was new.
First up, Wipeout. Let's Twitch.
Twitch, Twitch, Twitch! You're twitching with Twitch.
Are you ready for the future of racing? Well, Psygnosis is, and they call it Wipeout. Now, everybody I've talked to loves this game. The intro to Wipeout is without a doubt one of the best clips we've ever seen. And when the game begins, there's no letdown. There are two racing classes, Venom and Rapier. Unfortunately, Rapier is restricted until you beat the game in Venom class, or you have a cheat code. Hey, we're working on it. Within each class, there are 4 types of racecraft, each with its own strengths and weaknesses. Okay, gentlemen, start your engines. Wipeout has 6 regular tracks to race on and 1 hidden track called Firestar. You get your choice of 2 different views. You can race using the worm's eye view from the nose of the craft, or take a third-person view from the back. If you're feeling a need for speed, be sure to race using the worm's eye view. But when you go through these twists and turns, be careful. Wipeout is so smooth and rich with detail, you better have a barf bag ready just in case. I love the music.
Why do these guys keep saying you need a barf bag to play these games?
Check it out. When you go through a tunnel, the music actually echoes.
Like that actually be a good thing if you needed a barf bag to play games.
You also find goodies like missiles, rockets, and mines. But if you
Like, wow, dude.
So watch out. You have to wonder why a game like this isn't in the arcade. In fact, I heard a rumor that a major arcade company wanted to buy it. If you can get your hands on this game, do it.
Huh, I wonder how true that is.
For racing game jockeys who've been playing Sony PlayStation's Wipeout, you might be interested to know that there's a secret track called Firestar. Enter the following codes at the select number of players screen.
What you do is highlight one player, then press right 1, left 1, right, start, square, circle, then press X.
You'll find yourself at the Select Racing Circuit screen. If you've done the code correctly, you'll find yourself at the cool new racing track, Firestar.
Hey, we're hanging with Darren Smith, project manager
Oh!
at Nintendo, and we're talking about the Nintendo 64.
Let's see, this Nintendo 64... Oh, this looks like Final Mario. Sorry, guys. What's at the Konami booth? Let's see what's... Show me what's on Konami. Can anybody see the Konami booth well? Like, this isn't Space World Mario, so... It's probably not that interesting to us. Something Game Boy. Looks like there's something with a skeleton in the back. I think I see Duke Nukem 3D. Yeah, it looks like Duke Nukem 3D's in the back there. No! Go back to E3! Boo!
Here's a chance to jump right inside a strange fairy tale adventure, battling evil wizards and fantastic monsters with powerful magic. And fly anywhere you want on your own magic carpet. Because of the groundbreaking 3D graphics and magic carpet for the PlayStation, your carpet moves realistically.
Wow.
And your magic effects...
Yes, because a magic carpet is a real thing that is actually real, and they actually happen, and there is a realistic way to fly a magic fucking carpet.
Because evil wizards and chaotic beasts are roaming the land. Plus, you need to gather mana to power your spells. Gathering mana is the most important part of magic.
Yes, mana is so realistic.
And you'll never align the opposing forces in each world. Create and build your own castle to gain the balloon you need to store.
Sorry, I'm probably mocking this a bit too hard.
Another wizard and steal it from him. There are powerful spells in Magic Carpet. You don't have any of them when you begin. You have to find the spells that opposing wizards have hidden or lost. The spells become more powerful the deeper you get into the game. You'll start with just an attacking fireball, a spell for using mana, and to create a castle spell. As you get more powerful, you'll gain spells that teleport you, turn you invisible, and issue powerful elemental attacks. You'll even be able to create volcanoes out of the ground. If you're successful in your quest, you'll become a legend. Magic Carpet from Bullfrog Productions combines strategy, action, and adventure.
It seems like an interesting concept for a game. Why have I not heard anything about it?
The graphics in this game are impressive even by PlayStation standards, but the levels become so repetitive that by the time you've reached a point where you can use some impressive magic, you've become tired of the game.
I thought Magic Carpet was a magical waste of time.
Oh, that's probably why.
What kept me from coming back for more. It does have some really nice graphics, though.
When Twitch comes back, we'll show you the Mad Cat steering wheel. Check out more Nintendo 64 action and clues for Resident Evil.
Some people redefine the Olympic Games. Some people, like these, never even got a...
Oh, here's that Sega Channel ad again. Let's watch it.
On Sega Channel with the Aim for the Games contest. Just play THQ's Olympic Summer Games on Sega Channel, and you can win a trip to the 1996 Olympic Summer Games or one of over 100 other prizes. Olympic Summer Games is one of up to 50 world-class games you get every month on Sega Channel. Get hooked in.
Call your local TCI cable system for details. May not be available in all areas.
So that said that contest ended on July 6, 96. Huh. Okay, let's just jump to this.
Grab your rod and reel, fishing fans. It's time to head out on the lake and catch us some bass. That's right, fellow anglers. We're going to have a 15-day tournament to see who can catch the most fish. The first thing you do is pick which fishermen you want to be. so there's not much difference from one to the other. Then it's off to the bait shop to pick up some fishing gear. The best stuff costs the most money, but hey, it's worth it if you want to catch the big ones. Once you've got your gear together, it's time to hit the water. Choose a spot and cast your line. You have to jiggle your bait a bit to tease a fish into biting, but once you do, it's time to reel them in. Now, since this is a bass fishing tournament, you're only allowed to keep bass, even though you'll catch a ton of different fish. Be careful to let your fish run a little when reeling them in. You don't want your line to break like this fisherman. He'll be talking about the one that got away. I don't think I'd rush out and buy this game, but for something different, nice and calm, slow and easy, it's a fun way to goof off. Kind of like real fishing.
This is what we thought of Bassmasters for the Super Nintendo.
Well, it's another fishing game. The graphics and sound are really nice for Super Nintendo standards, but it's still just another fishing game.
Wow.
Your dad's video game. You get a choice of all your different.
Wow. Like, they couldn't find someone who actually enjoyed fishing games to review this.
Anybody but fishermen.
So your television screen at home just isn't doing your favorite video game justice, huh? Well, lucky for you guys, some United Artists Theaters have hooked up the Satellite Theater Network, so you can play your favorite video game on the ultimate screen.
Wow.
All right, while I load up Tekken here, I'm going to give you a few secrets on how to defeat Galaga. So listen up. If you want to keep playing Galaga as often as possible, press the select button whenever the screen shows your number of hits. Now go ahead and blast away. To play Galaga with double ships, load the game and wait for the PlayStation logo to appear. Then on controller 2, hold up, L1, triangle, and X until the Galaga game starts. If you destroy all 40 ships in the first round, the game will automatically continue to the next wave. You'll have 8 waves in all to battle through. So there you go, a whole world of fun from Tekken, without ever playing the game. Pretty cool.
This sleek-looking new piece of hardware for the Sony PlayStation is the analog steering wheel by Mad Catz.
Ew!
No racing game fan can live without. It's got 270 degrees of rotation, and the further you turn the wheel, the faster you're going to turn. So any racing game fan needs to have this in their arsenal.
Don't chill for a Mad Catz accessory, you cringe lords.
On the wheel of a regular controller, so you don't have to worry about getting lost.
In my opinion, I think this is probably the coolest accessory so far for the Sony PlayStation.
Oh, screw you!
Skid-resistant base prevents your feet from sliding.
Screw you, you dumb shills.
It works great for games like
Chilling for Mad Catz, cringe lords.
Fighting!
While the characters from fighting games may get their guts ripped out or their heads torn off, fighting games themselves will never die. Now, the PlayStation has its fair share of fighting games, and Tekken is definitely on the A-list. Tekken has the same feel as Street Fighter and Virtua Fighter, with spectacular...
Street Fighter? You're like, those aren't even remote... Street Fighter and Virtua Fighter are not even remotely similar, you dumbass! Ugh!
Pretty much the same gang we've come to know and love at the arcade. They have new outfits, but hardly any new moves. Speaking of moves, what's up with the computer getting in all these moves faster than I can do them? It doesn't seem fair. Even with that...
Well, you compared the game to Street Fighter, so you're cringe. That's probably why you're screwing up. You're trying to do fucking quarter circle motions.
When you KO the other player, you get a slow motion...
Game wasn't fucking designed around that, you dumbass.
Before the next fight. You win. Tekken has some great features. The backgrounds rotate, and the battlegrounds scroll forever in either direction. The action and graphics are great. Here's Anna with a classic spinning toss of poor old Paul. Wonder how you do that in real life.
Welcome to the House of Nintendo.
Okay, let's see.
It's no big secret that when Nintendo does something, they do it big. And they spared no expense to launch their latest product, It's Nintendo 64, and it is the latest rage in video game technology. I think this is definitely what they say it's gonna do. It's gonna revolutionize how games are gonna be made. It's amazing. You're actually in the middle of a 3D world.
Let's see, Mario. Can anybody see if they sees something like... Oh, come on, that's the same Mario 64 show that you showed earlier. Ah, that's cringe. No, show me something, show me new footage. Show me a different game. Okay. Wow. What game was that? That looked... What racing game was back there? Was that Cruisin'?
Awesome, isn't it? Incredible machine. You come all the way across the Atlantic to see Nintendo 64. When something as good as this appears, you gotta go see it. Hey, what game you guys play?
That's an interesting t-shirt that guy has, by the way.
Hey, wait a second. Shouldn't you guys be in school today? We quit school. Me too, yeah, we quit school. Is it a cool game? Yeah. Why do you like it so much? I got a handkerchief on it. Can I blow my nose in it?
Ew. Mario Free? Dude, you didn't play Mario Free, you little scrapper. Mario Free was like 10 years before your time, little boy.
Don't go away. Twitch has more E3 coverage and, as promised, Resident Evil strategy tips.
Now, hold on. Let me go back in that a bit.
In video game technology.
Let's try pausing around at certain points to see if we can find any games to identify. Let's see. No, that's Mario. That's Mario. Come on, give me something to work with.
I love it. When you're swimming, you feel like you're swimming. Put the old Mario to shame.
No, that's just Mario.
She's wanted by the law.
Hold on, let's hold on.
I don't know, just the graphics and the whole joystick.
Okay, so what is that game over there? I can't see it very well. I think it looks like Cruisin' USA with that like off-road driving.
The old Mario to shame. That's what you're on TV.
Okay, so what? So there's Duke 3D. I can't see very well what's over there, but that logo. Oh, I think it's just the Activision logo.
By the law. What do you like about it? I don't know, just the graphics.
See, there's a Mario. The racing game. What is the racing game? I think, like I said, I think it looks like Cruisin'. It's most likely Cruisin', but the visual is not very clear.
You come all the way across the
Game on the over there. Shoot, can't make it out. Really can't make that out.
When something as good as this appears, you gotta go see it. Hey, what game you guys playing?
Yeah, anyway, let's move on.
Just $2.99 now on pay-per-view.
Hi, I'm Mindy.
Hi, I'm Mindy.
Hi, I'm Mindy. Recognize these people? You will soon. They're all aiming to be the next Intro Television host. The Intro Television host segment's the week of TV.
Sounds like a good icebreaker.
You may not be available.
Oh, wait. Let's get through the Sega Channel ad.
Desperate you are. Just kidding there, big fella. Intro Television, a world of networks on one channel.
Just look right into the lens. Action!
I'm allergic to everything except pierogies. I live with my mother. I still sleep with a nightlight. Interested?
All right, have you heard about Sega Channel?
A cable channel the whole family plays.
Comes up to 50 super odd games on you each month.
All you need is cable TV.
Sega Genesis.
Sega Channel adapter.
Sega Channel has mega new games. And if you know who calls you...
Call your cable company now to get it all.
Sega Channel. Unlimited on-demand play. Up to 50 different games each month.
For less
like
than
30 cents a game. They love saving money. And if you can't get your mom to call, there's always Dad.
Hey, I heard that.
Call your local TCI cable system for details. May not be available in all areas.
I'm not happy unless I'm twitching.
With the veritable plethora
Oh, here we go.
of games out on the market these days.
Look, what can you see here?
Next generation of platform games. Hey, well, Crystal Dynamics is giving it to them in the form of Pandemonium. And here's the game's producer, Mark Wallace.
Ah.
What we've done is Pandemonium is a traditional platform game, but taken into a 3D environment and allows the player to see a lot of their environment. So they can move through, they see everything ahead of them, and they interact with it. So that there's multiple, paths that you can take, anything that you can.
Any other games I can spot?
You know, it sounds a lot like Nintendo.
What's the difference? Well, I think the difference is really the speed of play. What we've done is, instead of the traditional 3D environment game where we allow the player to go anywhere they want and they spend more of their time kind of exploring, we've taken that into our own control and allow the character just to concentrate on speed, getting through the game, combating enemies, finding treasure, going.
If you got the need for speed, you need Pandemonium.
I guess that's a nice way to say, oh, it's just 2D level design.
Resident Evil is one of the best games ever to hit the PlayStation. It combines the thrills of a late 70s horror flick with the best action games to create an exciting package that no PlayStation owner can afford to miss. You and other members of the Bravo rescue team are sent into a strange land to find your buddies who have mysteriously disappeared. You can be either Chris or Jill, but players who use Chris will go it alone most of the game, while Jill will receive a lot of help from Barry, another member of the team.
Let me take care of this.
It's up to you to scour the grounds, look for your team members, and find a way out without getting killed. This game is full of strange and challenging puzzles, so here's a few tips on the more difficult ones. Now, if you don't want to know, don't watch, but if you do, get ready to take some notes. First of all, the picture gallery in the first floor has an item you need, the Star Crest. The gallery is full of pictures, and each one has a switch to throw. Throw them in this order, and you'll get your reward.
Oh, it's the stages of life. Wow. Then you go to tired middle-aged man. Oh, that's cringe. No, Paul, no. You just ruined that painting! Somebody would have been willing to pay bank for that!
It would probably be real nice to know where you were going in the second level of this old mansion. So here's a pretty easy way to get a map. There are all kinds of creepy things in this place, and they'll attack you in any way they can. So it's a good idea to try and avoid those creatures if possible. Here's a way to avoid that nasty tentacle.
Nasty
avoid
tentacle.
The attack in this waist-deep water. Slosh your way to this room, throw the switch, and you'll find those sharks in a less than ideal attacking position. Resident Evil has a great storyline with exceptional graphics and non-stop action. This is one of the best games I've played in a long time.
Resident Evil, in my opinion, is what these 32-bit systems are really all about. I think Capcom finally has a breakaway from the Street Fighter series, and it's really about time.
Yeah, let's see, what does this game have? Blood, guts, zombies,
And more
snakes,
blood.
shotguns. Why would anybody want to buy the game?
I know, gosh, it's hard to figure out the popularity of this game. But in my opinion, this is what the next generation of systems is all about. Putting you inside an actual movie, and the voice acting is just awful in this, but it really makes the game a
watching the movie. The only bad thing about the game is the save feature. The fact that you got to run around and look for these ink ribbons to save them on typewriters, and there's not enough ink ribbons around.
Well, and that's if you can find a typewriter before you eat it.
Yeah, because you can play the game for 20 minutes.
Yeah, let's eat the typewriter. Delicious typewriter. Nom 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 nom.
You'll run out of ribbons.
Yeah. If you want a Sony PlayStation, Resident Evil is definitely one of the top titles to get.
Yeah, I agree. This is probably the best title I've played as an adventure game on the PlayStation. If you're an owner of this system, I'd say it's a must-buy.
Here's a few tips that extend your play for MechWarrior 3050 for the Super Nintendo. First, get to the password screen by pressing down, button A, button X at the Tiburon logo screen. To play as an enemy mech, enter the following password at the password screen: XTRM3K. For unlimited ammunition, enter this code at the password screen: M1R0G3. For invincibility, enter the level passwords listed here: the unlimited ammo code, and then the invincibility code, MKWFLL. Now you'll really be able to blast all those mechs to heck. Get your VCR ready. The Twitch tip recap is coming at you.
Well, they actually tell you to record this shit.
Like the Twitch? Intro Television's got more of your favorite video game review show. We'll be twitching again later today at 5:30 p.m. Eastern here on Intro Television. Classic Sports Network. At 9 Eastern on Intro Television.
Don't fight it. You got the impulse, the nerve, that gut feeling. Get in. Twitch. Twitch brings the world of video games alive. Your host leads you through the hottest new games. Give you the lowdown on inside info and shows the goods you just gotta have.
Don't just play the game. Live it with Twitch. Fridays and Saturdays on Intro Television.
It's one of up to 50 world-class games you can...
Saw that one.
Then press and hold R1,
Oh.
L1.
Wait. When does the show go back on?
Of the Three Tenors, this Saturday on Intro Television.
That seemed like... I'm gonna guess that they cut it to a different episode because that was a long commercial line. Oh, here we go.
For the secret track in Wipeout, highlight one player, then press and hold R1, L1, right, start, and circle, and then press X. To continue playing Galaga as often as you want when you're loading Tekken on your PlayStation, press the select button whenever the screen shows your number of hits. To play with double ships, at the PlayStation logo, hold up L1, triangle, and X on controller 2 until the Galaga game starts. Here are the codes for MechWarrior 3050 for the Super Nintendo. To get to the password screen, press down, button A, and button X at the Tiburon logo screen. Then enter the following codes. To play as an enemy mech, enter XTRM3K. For unlimited ammunition, enter M1ROG3. For invincibility, enter the level passwords listed here, the unlimited ammo code, and then the invincibility code, MKWFLL. Have any secret tips or codes you want to share on Twitch? Email them to us along with your comments at intro@tcinc.com or send us a letter at Intro Television, 4100 East Dry Creek Road, Littleton, Colorado, 80122.
These credits look different. Alright, see you later, P.O.
Earthworm Jim joins the next generation, and his creator gives the lowdown on his slimy creation. Plus, we'll take a hard look at the hardcore in EA's
Villain end boss is to constantly keep...
What? Oh, it just cut into the middle of another episode.
If you kill an enemy in a doorway, his body will keep the door open so that you can blast anyone else who comes through.
Oh well.
All right, we're talking about the hot new video game War Gods. It's not out yet, but it will be soon. It's the first 3D, 360-degree fighting game, but more specifically, today we're talking about the skin. The guy with the answers, lead artist and resident video game dermatologist, Jim Gentile. Jim, tell me all about it.
The way it differs from other games is that it's video data and not drawn from a computer or by the computer. So we actually take a model dressed in costume, videotape him, digitize the images, and then apply it to the wireframe model like that. So the end result is we get
mocap.
Real.
I want to know, how'd you get the guy to look like this?
I actually taunted him until he was quite upset, and then we got the right shot.
And the company paid for the hospitalization?
Yeah, I was out in about 3 weeks. No major damage, but a lot of emotional scarring.
Hey, it's a hot new game. It's called War Gods. I've played it. You should play it if you haven't already.
Action!
Sir Pepper Child III is back in part 2 of the Clockwork Knight saga. The first version ended with Princess Chelsea fast asleep, unable to wake up. Then suddenly, to add to her trouble, she's kidnapped. It's up to Pepper yet again to rescue the princess before sunrise. The gameplay is precisely the same as the first, but oh boy did they spruce up the graphics. Everything is computer rendered, and the surroundings, from a huge bathroom...
It doesn't look that different from the first game, dude.
And even the inside of a huge old clock are colorful and fun. The animation is usually hilarious, and the bosses all still incredible looking. This snake-like creature is the first one, and watch what happens when Pepper finally figures out how to kill it. The music has the same old bouncy, goofy style as before, playing under Sir Pepper Chow's constant, determined, busy march toward the rescue of...
Is that how you pronounce his name? Pepper Chow?
Or anybody that stands in his way, or bopping them with a huge red polka-dotted egg. Just like with the first Clockwork Knight, you have to look everywhere for certain secrets and certain treasures, occasionally going through the same section more than once. Throwing stun enemies will help you get rid of multiple enemies at a time. If something on screen looks suspiciously different from the rest of the objects, such as a weird colored block or book, it's a good idea to try moving it. You might find yourself rewarded with extra time or energy. Clockwork Knight 2 is every bit as fun and more challenging than the first edition. Now, I know you're too sophisticated for a game about kids' toys, but check this one out. It's one of the best scroller adventure games out there.
Here's how we felt about Clockwork Knight 2 for the Sega Saturn.
I really like this game a lot. It's got some pretty cool graphics.
Oh wow, they're really excited about Clockwork Knight.
A lot of fun to play.
This game is acquired taste, and I think if you played the original, you probably will come back for more. I wasn't thrilled with the first one, and the graphics were just a little too cartoony for me.
Still to come on Twitch, it's MK3 Mania as we show you Ultimate MK3 and talk to artist John Tobias. Plus, we've got a score on the hot new hockey game for the Sega Saturn.
You're watching an Intro Television original. How often do you watch? Intro Television would like to...
Never heard of your channel before I saw these rips, so clearly I did not watch that often.
Role-playing game fans have always felt neglected because 32-bit consoles have not seen much in the way of quality RPGs. Well, your cries have been heard. Working Designs has released a role player of epic scale. Dragon Force is just what the doctor ordered for Saturn owners.
Oh wow, this is an interesting one to pick out.
Where you choose up to 8 different warlords, each...
You can tell this is very early in the 32-bit era because to say that there's not a lot of RPGs for 32-bit consoles, that very quickly changed. Very quickly changed.
Now, if all your soldiers get killed, the generals will jump in and fight to the death. You command their every move. The bulk of the game is played in an overhead map view of Legendra, with towns and castles dotting the landscape. Battles will break out when you attempt to seize these villages, or when opposing forces try to take over your troops. The battle scenes take place from a side-on view. Your troops are on the right, the enemy is on the left. Now, during the battle, you pick the camera angle to view the fighting from. By your command, the camera will follow the battle itself, which is a very cool feature. The Japanese-style cinemas and characters are well drawn, and the in-game graphics are clear and entertaining, and the music works well. It's never intrusive and always frames the action. The creators of Dragon Force say it will take a good player between 50 to 60 hours of gameplay to conquer it. There is so much here that it's quite possible. With so many warlords, storylines, and new armies to command, it shouldn't lose its play value anytime soon. Overall, it's well suited for die-hard RPG fans who like a little strategy thrown in. It's a tough game because you'll make decisions that will ultimately lead to successful conquest or crushing defeat at the hands of rival warlords. Set aside plenty of time, because that's what it's going to take to defeat Dragon Force.
Here's how we rated Dragon Force for the Sega Saturn.
If you're a fan of strategy and role-playing games, you're going to love this one. I think the graphics could have been done better, but otherwise the gameplay is fantastic.
The graphics aren't going to make you want to go shout out, "Thank God I'm an American," but the sound and control round out an otherwise...
What the heck? Why would they phrase it like that?
Clockwork Knight 2 has 7 hidden minigames? This is how you get to play them. Choose the Bosses Galore options, and while that title is on the screen, press up, up, right, right, down, down, left, left, X, Y, and Z. You'll hear a little tune and the word minigame will appear. Now choose Start to find the hidden minigame corner menu where you can choose to play 7 games with the little Pepper Chow character from the loading screen. Forks is a funny game for Earthworm Jim 2 fans. You'll face a crazy driving challenge in Horsey. Cannon 1 is like a super fast version of Space Invaders. Now that should be enough to drive you cuckoo on Clockwork Knight 2. Check it out.
This is the keyboard for the X-Band modem for Super Nintendo by Catapult.
X-Band!
Allows you to access X-Band features much easier and lets you send messages to cross-country opponents.
Dude, I don't know. I'm pretty sure I don't know anybody on the X-Band Revival service that has the keyboard.
It also helps you send email a heck of a lot easier. They plan to include some games.
I really like the fact that they're using accessories for the X-Band modem now. I think it's something that's going to catch on. Gamers aren't used to this type of
That's funny.
You know, X-Band users have had it over every other gamer since day one. They were the guys involved in network gaming, and now this is exactly the kind of peripheral they needed to make sending email a lot easier. I think anybody who's playing on X-Band definitely needs the keyboard. I'm all for it.
Fighting! Fighting! Fighting!
The game that makes senators cringe just won't go away. Mortal Kombat 3 is now available for the Saturn, and this is the ultimate version of the game. Ultimate MK3 is an upgrade of the PlayStation version, but the story remains the same. Evil Outworld Overlord Shao Kahn
Sounds like they disabled the CD audio.
It's time for our heroes to overthrow him and restore Earth to its normal state. Ultimate MK3 has several different modes of play. Normal Mortal Kombat is the old style of play, you versus an opponent or the computer. 4-player mode gets a 2-on-2 matchup going, and there's even an 8-player tournament mode for a true rumble on the couch. You'll find every character that's ever been included in any version of Mortal Kombat, including 3 hidden characters, Sub-Zero, Ermac, and Mileena. They can only be accessed by entering a secret combat code at the appropriate screen. Be patient, we're working.
I think they got this mixed up with Trilogy, because I'm pretty sure this didn't have Johnny Cage.
Reptile and Katana are new to this game, but made previous appearances in either the original Mortal Kombat or MK2. There are even new level backgrounds for all the new characters. If you remember the moves you picked up in the arcade, you'll feel right at home. That's because they haven't changed much on the Saturn. Now, some of the moves are pretty tough if you don't have a joystick, so you may want to grab one for this brawler. About the only thing that hasn't improved are the fatalities. It seems programmers are running out of ideas for finishing moves. Even though they're smooth and easy to execute, they've become pretty ridiculous. If you've stuck with the Mortal Kombat series this far, you'll eat this one up. The graphics are clean, and all the sounds and music from the arcade version are present and accounted for. For the arcade combatant, it doesn't get any better on a console system.
This guy is one of the most famous artists in video game history, John Tobias. He illustrated all the characters for the Mortal Kombat series. Pretty cool, huh? What's the difference between drawing regular, ordinary people and superhuman people?
You always try to exaggerate the proportions. You try to make them look like superheroes in every way.
I actually attempted that with my little drawing here. I like to call this guy Slash, my superhero from Mortal Kombat. Is it easier to draw guys or girls?
I think it's easier to draw guys. I have a lot more fun drawing women.
How can you improve upon this?
Well,
without laughing too hard.
Let's say Slash is a real mean guy, so obviously, you know, he's got kind of a scowl here. He's not a nice guy, so he needs a weapon to go along with what he does. So.
Were you the guy that won the Draw Cubby out of the newspaper?
No. Actually, I did enter those a bunch of times. I never won anything, though. Add some blades to his boots here. Maybe we give him, you know, a little strap here.
Like the bat belt.
Right, Slash has got his Slash belt.
Do you think this is a character that you would consider using?
Well, you know, he needs some work.
So, I mean, if I, like, check out Mortal Kombat 6,
right.
If I see Slash on there, I mean, I'm coming to you guys.
Okay.
I am. Well, I just learned something from the master. I learned a lot, actually. Now, let's see if I can put it to use.
Practice hard and,
well,
make us proud, Grasshopper.
Someday, Slash. Someday.
Steve dukes it out with the model for Sonya Blade. And it's Hockey Madness on the Saturn when we review NHL Power Play and give you the codes for NHL All-Star Hockey.
Video games every month? That's like kissing up to them 600 times a year. Forget that. Just ask for...
Take a channel ad.
You get unlimited on-demand play of up to 50 different games for less than $15 a month. Ask your parents to call your cable company to get the channel you play instead of watch. It'll save you from being totally humiliated this holiday season.
So this episode aired around Christmas.
May not be available in all areas.
So there might be like a year's worth of episodes. I don't know.
Overnight delivery people do after 10:30 a.m. Why do old women have blue hair? And how does Intro Television get 30 networks on one channel? Hey, life's full of mysteries, so why not watch the channel that's full of networks?
You can tune in to classic characters on Friday nights because the Cartoon Network is on Intro Television.
Wow.
Enjoy a night of timeless cartoon fun for the whole family. Hey, Terry, try this one on.
So what, they would just air Cartoon Network on this?
Finally, a channel that understands me.
Set a simple goal. Watch Intro Television.
Don't change that dial. You're on Intro.
I'm not happy unless I'm twitching.
All right, I'm putting use what I just learned from John Tobias, and who better to draw than that butt-kicking babe from Mortal Kombat. You know her as Sonya Blade, but get to know her as Carrie Hoskins. Do your thing, man. Let's see your moves.
How about this?
That's good. Okay, got that one.
How's that?
Not quite what I had in mind. Who's your favorite superhero?
I was in love with Superman. I wanted to be Wonder Woman so I could date Superman.
No! Don't do Lois Lane dirty like that! DC Comics already did Lois Lane dirty pretty badly as it is recently. You don't do that! Don't do that. If you're gonna be Wonder Woman, don't date Batman. At least he just plays around with women all the time.
And did this, what would you do?
I'd take my hand and grab it.
Let's just assume, you know, after you're done signing it, what do you say I be Superman to your Wonder Woman?
No!
That's it. We better leave you before somebody gets hurt.
Sport!
If you're a fan of hockey, NHL Power Play 96 by Virgin is a sight for sore eyes. It's got great action, lots of extra features, and a play-by-play announcer who actually sounds like he's at the game.
Calgary goal. Scored by number 10, Gary Roberts.
It features 4 play modes. There's an exhibition mode for practicing your playmaking and shot selection.
Give me a moment, I'll be right back.
Through all 86 games in the NHL season on your way to try for the cup, or you can skip the season and head right to the Stanley Cup playoffs. The World Tournament mode will pit you against the best teams in the world. Up to 6 players can get into the body, checking with an optional multiplayer adapter. And that's really where this game is at. There are game options galore, covering everything. Penalties, complete season stats, coach a team rather than play the game, audio controls, editing lines, changing goalie control, and yes, the mandatory controller setup. The in-game graphics are fair. There isn't a lot of fun stuff to look at, but what is here is clean and easy on the eyes, which is what really matters in a game that moves this fast. Noticeably missing here is camera angle control. The camera pans and zooms on its own throughout the game, but it's rarely intrusive or badly placed. The pace of the game is slower than other hockey titles, but for the game player who prefers the strategy of a 5-on-4 power play or the slowed-down checking style of Colorado Avalanche, it's just fun. The music is always very good, reminiscent of a television broadcast, and it's enhanced by the excellent play-by-play announcer. He always follows the action perfectly, and the commentary is never overdone. He announces not only the player's number, but their name and also their assists and goal scores. Hockey fans will be sad to hear that there is no fighting in this game, and there aren't any interesting end-of-period animations. But the redeeming qualities should far outweigh these minor gripes.
Just a hockey game.
Follows the hockey season and has the Hockey Jones. It's going to be tough to get disappointed by NHL Power Play 96. It's a great game with every licensed team and player. The World teams put it right over the top as far as team selection and stats. This should keep hockey fans busy for quite a while.
Hello, the pig. I have been spending the past couple hours watching Twitch, as in the cable network show.
Yeah, I mean, at certain times during the game, I felt like I was actually watching a TV broadcast because they motion captured all the players, so they look realistic.
Yeah, and the announcer seems to know every single name of every single player in the game.
And that's really amazing because it's got the world teams in it, too. I mean, that's a lot of memory to use up for names.
Yeah, but it is kind of hard. I thought it was hard to score a goal, though.
Oh, definitely hard. I mean, I got to the point where I had to pull the computer goalie away from the goal to score any goals.
Oh, so that's how you're beating the computer all the time.
Exactly. If you're a hockey nut like I've become, you're going to love the TV-style graphics in this game. The play control is great. It's a solid hockey title.
This is definitely a lot better than NHL All-Star Hockey. The graphics are really nice. The sound is excellent. It is kind of hard to score a goal, but I think you're going to have a lot of fun with it.
Yeah.
Some fun ways to make NHL All-Star Hockey for your Saturn a little more interesting. For all these codes, you'll want to start the game in any mode. Press L plus R plus X plus Y plus Z simultaneously.
That's the King of Fighters, man. This does have quite a few Sega Channel ads.
L plus R for giant players.
So, I guess that's the closest you're gonna get.
X for a black hole at center ice. Now a puck left untouched will slowly be pulled into the center of the rink. So who says you have to be so serious when you're crashing the boards in NHL All-Star Hockey? Don't turn that VCR off yet. The Twitch Tip Recap reviews all the codes we showed you earlier.
Like to Twitch? Intro Television's got back-to-back episodes of your favorite video game review show. Wake up early with Intro Television and Twitch tomorrow at 8 Eastern.
You know, the great thing about cable TV is that it introduces you to so many choices. And now there's a channel that takes your choices up a notch. Intro Television.
Let's see.
With more than 30 new and different cable networks. On one channel, many new networks.
Oh.
Or call 212-265-1283.
Looks like they cut that episode off. Hold on.
Effective cure at a reasonable price.
Uh.
Switch from gyne.
So call 1-900 paid a refund in a matter of days.
We're doing good things. As far as the way, if I get an invitation.
Come on, you guys. Seems like.
I guess there's no more Twitch episodes on this one. Okay, let's go to VHS Whip Twitch 2, which is a lot shorter. This is only 28 minutes. I think most of these are like from like 95, 96, so you weren't gonna see a lot of Aladdin because that was a Genesis game.
We'll be checking out the Nakitech wireless controllers for the 3DO.
And then we'll both let
Wow, wireless. Oh, Super Mario RPG. This is gonna be an interesting episode. No, not that Joe's apartment. Why are we going into Joe's apartment? Did that get a video game?
Feature game is Nintendo Super Mario RPG. First up, Zen. Let's Twitch.
I'm not happy unless I'm twitching. Let's twitch. Twitch!
The Sony PlayStation is home to some great racing games. The Red Hot Ridge Racer and Dynamite Twisted Metal. The latest entry adds a great new feature, major car crashes. It's called Destruction Derby. It involves taking a car out on a track and smashing every other car in every way possible. Rack up points by bumping a fender or by shoving a guy into the sidewalk. Basically, inflict as much damage on the others as you can and still make it to the end of the race. Now, with that in mind, use this tip to get through turns. Line up your car so you crash into another car midway through. You bounce through the turn and gain a few points for wrecking the other guy's car. You get to pick from a series of cars depending on your ability, amateur, rookie, or pro. Then, it's off to pick from the various tracks, from the beachfront Ocean Drive to the night-lit City Heat. I had the best time on the crossover track. You get a couple of different views of the race, but the main attraction to the games is its
That Dr. Light? That zoomed by too fast. That probably wasn't Dr. Light, but that was funny. Remember that I thought that for a moment.
And thanks to the PlayStation's juice under the hood, you feel like you're there, without the bumps and bruises. My favorite technique, race the wrong way. You don't get any points, but hey, it's fun, even if it's not too good for your survival.
Yeah, yeah, this guy's not that great at a game.
Here's a tip that'll help you avoid damage in Destruction Derby on the Sony PlayStation.
What are Coastal Video Creations and Vision Media Group? Are they even anything?
A-M-A-G-E exclamation point. That spells out damage.
Alright, we're talking racing, in particular, Andretti Racing.
EA Andretti Racing. Is this at E3?
Any desire to get back on the track?
Well, I'll tell you what, the same adrenaline is flowing. You know, it's just competition is competition.
Briefly tell me about...
What other games are they showing? Come on, come on. No, no, no. Stop just twitching the camera like that. Let me see the other games. Boo!
If the Andretti's has something to do with it, you know this racing game is for real. Check it out.
Oh, that went by way too fast. Oh, he's playing Doom on PlayStation.
Hey, if you're having trouble playing the game or advancing or anything like that, I got the ultimate Twitch tip for you. Check out the Game Shark. It's pretty cool.
Game Shark?
Interact President, how is Game Shark going to solve those problems?
Game Shark is the ultimate weapon for beating the game.
Wow.
Game cheater. It can give you more power.
PlayStation Game Shark.
Higher, punch harder, never die. It's just it's filled with all kinds.
There's Doom.
If you're having trouble getting to level 2, we can give you a code that'll make you invincible, so you never die.
And there's a club they can join to get these codes.
You can, when you join the club, we share more tips. We send every 2 months. We send a newsletter with game tips and other cheat codes and all kinds of cool things that we find.
So if you want to win, get the ultimate game enhancer Game Shark. It's the ultimate Twitch tip too.
Shooter.
I hate when they go to like events and whatnot, and then they hardly show you anything.
When Doom was released for the PC, it created a whole new style of action game, something called the first-person perspective shooter. Since then, lots of games have, well, let's just say copied Doom. PO'd for the 3DO was one of a few games that was really unique, and now it's available for the Sony PlayStation.
Yeah, that shows you how old this is. And PO'd is a game on the 3DO. Again, that's another sign how old this is.
And along the way, kill some aliens with your trusty frying pan. PO'd has some strange enemies. Like, what are those things? The levels are extremely large, and it takes a long time to find everything. There are many useful tools to choose from, including a jetpack. It's in the upper left corner there, which will help you avoid some enemies and hop to places you couldn't ordinarily reach. The gameplay is basically the same as every other first-person shooter you've seen. You want to pick up every item you can carry, and be sure not to waste too much ammo. Be sure not to fire your high-powered weapons at enemies that are too close to you, or the backlash will injure you as well. If you are a Doom fan, then this might seem a little too goofy for you. But if you're the type of game player that likes a little strangeness now and then, like blasting away at giant walking glutes, then you need to give it a try.
Here's our take on PO'd for the Sony PlayStation.
I thought PO'd was a cool game on the 3DO, and with the PlayStation's capabilities, it gives it even better graphics, better sound, and a lot tighter control.
Personally, I wasn't thrilled with this game on the 3DO, and it doesn't do any better on the PlayStation for me. I think Doom is a much better choice if you want this kind of game.
Next on Twitch, Mutant Madness with X-Men Children of the Atom. A Twitch tip to play as the Mutant Warrior Akuma, and Mario Goes RPG on the Super
Oh boy, X-Men on Saturn.
You're watching an Intro Television original. How often do you watch? Intro Television would like to get to know you, the viewer. Call 1-800-482-4101 and tell us about yourself. Why you watch.
Oh. Here we go.
Any comic book fan can tell you all the names of the X-Men. Cyclops, Wolverine, Iceman, and the rest of the Mutant Warriors. Now Saturn...
Oh, come on, you only went through 3 of them.
And X-Men, Children of the Atom. Choose from 10 heroes and villains. Storm, Cyclops, Wolverine, Omega Red, Sentinel, Iceman, Colossus, Psylocke, Silver Samurai, and Spyro.
Alright. See you later, the pig.
These characters each have their own attacks that use their special mutant abilities. Now, as your X-Power builds during a fight, you'll be able to unleash a devastating Hyper X special attack. The action is fast and furious, and your character can put together some pretty lethal combos. Some levels even give way under your feet as the action heats up. Your goal is to defeat 2 of the X-Men's worst enemies, Cain Marko, the Juggernaut, and Magneto.
Magneto! I am Magneto, master of Magnet.
Magneto doesn't seem to have any
Magneto!
magnetic field of the Earth to attack you. It's up to the X-Men to keep Magneto from achieving his
Magneto!
Fight hard, and remember, if you fail, Magneto and his evil minions will
Magneto!
Here's what we thought of X-Men Children of the Atom for the Sega Saturn.
If you ask me, this is the ideal subject matter for a fighting game. X-Men characters and enemies battling out in a battle to the last. I think the graphics and sound were identical to the arcade.
This is as close to the arcade translation as you're going to get on a home system. The characters looked nice, the control was excellent, and the sound was really good. Definitely.
I'm pretty sure I saw some cut frames. Oh, what place is this? Oh.
Move the icon to spiral, then wait 3 seconds. Without stopping, move through Silver Samurai, Psylocke, Colossus, Iceman, Colossus, Cyclops, Wolverine, Omega Red, and then stop on Silver Samurai. Wait 3 seconds, and then press A, C, and Z at the same time. To Storm, then wait 3 seconds. Without stopping, move through Cyclops, Colossus, Iceman, Sentinel, Omega Red, Wolverine, Psylocke, Silver Samurai, and then stop on Spiral. Wait 3 seconds and then press A, C, and Z simultaneously.
We've been checking out the new Nakitech wireless controllers for the 3DO.
The idea behind these controllers is to allow gamers to play from as far away as 40 feet without wires or cables getting in their way.
These controllers maintain all the same aspects as a regular Nintendo controller.
You shilled for Mad Cat, so screw you. I'm not listening to your opinion on these controllers.
Rapid fire feature for you shooter hounds. The one problem I have with this thing is these never seem to work right.
Yeah, it says you can play from as far away.
I like how he says it's the one problem with this thing, and it's the big ass problem.
I think Naki needs to work on it a little bit.
I don't think I've ever had one of these work as well as it probably should, and this one's no different. It's just another controller to throw on the pile of failed products. I think Naki probably should have put some more effort into this one, because if you move a little to the left or the right, you may lose your signal and also in turn lose a life.
Wow, only $2 million. That's cheap. Am I right? We live in the world of the $400 million budget game. It's ridiculous.
EA Sports Games has been out in front of the sports video game parade, and along with John Madden have had great football action. This year they turned it up a notch with more features and details in Madden NFL 96. One of the new features allows you to create your own players. Now what's fun is that you don't just invent numbers for these guys, you have to work out for the coaching staff. The coaches want to see how fast you run the 40. They'll test your agility in the obstacle course. You better have your mouth guard in for the running drills, everything from 1-on-1 to 1-on-3. If you can get up after that, time to check out the hands. After that, it's up to the coaches as to whether or not they'll draft your guy. As general manager, you can do some wheeling and dealing before you take the field. Don't think you'll get all the players, though, because part of the reality in this game is the salary cap. Once your team is set, time to put on the coach's hat and figure out how to win. The game itself has not changed that much. The NFL players are very realistic. I mean, look at that little maggot run.
Wow, he called him a little maggot. That's pretty harsh, yo.
Out of trouble like a future Hall of Famer should. Oh, and if Dallas scores, country music celebration, the whole 9 yards. Not to mention that you get John Madden color commentary to spice up the game.
He didn't see it, but I'll guarantee you he felt it.
A couple of new features include options for player control, like the quarterback being able to throw the ball away under pressure, or players lateraling the ball on the fly. If you call the right plays, those options will be for the other guy.
He's the king of the four-rounders, 313 pounds, eighth wonder of the world. This is Butterbean, and I'm taking over Twitch. EA discovered you years ago when you were doing the Tough Man, and they made the game on it.
When I was knocking people out in the Tough Man, EA said, we gotta have you on the game, Dean. So I said, sure, let's do it.
Male bonding with Butterbean. That can be scary.
That's a very awkward way to phrase it, considering that you wear an earring. And you made sure to make it a focal point that you wear an earring in those previous camera shots.
It's fun being abused. Nobody else. Hush. Help. I'm out of control now. I don't have to worry about where he's at. I know.
It makes it very hard to believe that your attempt to hit on Sonya Blade was sincere when you wear that earring, if you catch what I mean.
More E3 coverage and strategy hints on Super Mario RPG.
I like how they said Mario RPG was supposed to be the main feature of this episode, but they make you wait a whole fucking half an hour to see it.
It's about music.
Yeah, I already know what the Disney Channel is. Give me a moment.
When they won for one low price.
I also know what Cartoon Network is.
Lots of networks you've never seen before. And if you don't like what you see when you tune in... Oh my, pierogies. Intro Television, a world of networks on one channel.
Say, you got any chocolate milk to wash us down?
You're twitching with Twitch. Twitch rules. Let's twitch. Hey, I think we got roaches. That's probably
probably because we're hanging out in Joe's apartment. I'm hanging out with Jim Turner, big star of the movie, and...
Ew.
You are the roach.
Oh.
You have to infest an entire apartment building.
Hey, so what's your role in the video game?
Walter, an East Village performance artist that lives in one of the apartments. I'm actually making a sculpture of roaches, a Statue of Liberty of roaches. So roaches...
Oh, so there actually was a video game based on Joe's apartment.
Infest an entire apartment.
Ugh.
Everybody that lives in every apartment kills the roaches.
So, me being a player and being a roach, you actually are an enemy of mine.
Absolutely. Joe is the only friend of the roaches. So they love Joe.
And what's your infatuation with roaches?
Mine personally?
Yeah, of course.
Just, you know, love. Just love. Actually, my apartment's got a lot better roaches than this. These are really...
Oh, please, don't, oh my god! Ew! 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 I might not want to watch this show anymore. This is the last episode, though. At least the last episode that Billy Time has.
You know when you had to jumpstart your computer with a hand crank? But there's a new game coming to Super Nintendo owners that'll make you look at Mario in a whole new way. It's called Super Mario RPG. Designed by the people responsible for the Final Fantasy series, Mario RPG will remind you of many different role-playing and adventure games, because it uses the best features of all of them. Nintendo continues to use the 3D rendered look they've used with Killer Instinct and Donkey Kong Country. They work pretty well in this game too. The attacks Mario uses come straight out of his previous adventures, but all the action is done in turns. This is a role-playing game after all. Along the way, Mario is joined by many characters, each with his own abilities. And believe it or not, Mario's sworn enemy Bowser also joins your party. Mario games have always been known for their secret areas and hidden items. Mario RPG is no different. There are all kinds of bonus games in here that will help you build your levels. From a mining cart track to a Yoshi racing challenge, there's even musical puzzles to be solved.
That's not an example of a musical puzzle.
Like most games, you have to beat the bosses. Here's a hint. Move the cursor to find alternative attack points, like the chains holding up Bowser. And on your way to the Mushroom Kingdom, fight as many enemies as you can to boost your experience levels. Role-playing game fanatics already know the rules. Talk to everyone you see, build your levels, and get the best new weapons. Now, even though this might seem a little slow compared to other Mario adventures, Mario fans who don't play many RPGs might like this game because of the characters. And role-playing gamers will like it because, well, it's a role-playing game.
Yes, we like role-playing game because they role-playing game.
Nintendo is not the kind of game that I ever thought I would see. I never thought I'd see Mario Brothers in a role-playing game.
Well, this is not the kind of game I thought I'd actually enjoy either. Anything Nintendo puts Mario in is going to be a big seller. No matter what kind of game
And the gameplay, you can almost always count on the gameplay being really good in these games, and it is in this one.
Yeah, and the graphics are just as good as in Donkey Kong Country.
Yeah, well, they were all
I wouldn't exactly say that. The animations are a bit choppier.
The fact that they incorporated a lot of the moves that are in the Mario Brothers games in the role-playing game.
But it's not as in-depth as, say, like Final Fantasy VII or Chrono Trigger. As far as the plot goes.
Final Fantasy VII was out at this time?
The video game itself.
Yeah, like the minecart.
Like, why would they be doing, like, a review of Mario RPG when, like, Final Fantasy VII would be out? Like, that sounds like that sounds like, you know...
If you're a beginning gamer, hey, this is great. If you're an expert gamer, this is also a really good game. You can't go wrong with this title. It's got excellent graphics, good sound, great control.
Like, Mario RPG was, like, 2 years, I think, or 7. Maybe 1.5 years. I don't really remember that well, I admit, but...
Sega Genesis has dozens of hidden teams in the game. Here are just a few of them. Now keep in mind that both of these teams are selectable for these menus. For example, to replay a classic Super Bowl, access the team selection screen. With your cursor on the left side, enter AACCACB, and the 93 Buffalo Bills will appear. Move your cursor to the right side and enter ABCBBAC, and the 93 Dallas Cowboys will appear. We'll see who wins when you're the coach. There are also teams from the World League of American Football. Set the Scots versus the English. The code for the Scotland Claymores is CBCCCCC.
Those, wow. Today I just learned these sports teams exist. That's interesting.
We got a whole new roster of teams to try out. Hit that control pad. Don't turn that VCR off yet. The Twitch Tip recap reviews all the codes we showed you earlier.
That's usually the very last segment. It's not usually that notable.
Television's got back-to-back episodes of your favorite.
Your mom, Nicole?
Same Sega Channel ad.
Using only your thumb. Example.
Huh? It's the intro of another episode, but this tape cuts off here.
The pulse of the video game revolution. Now there's been a lot of excitement about the new game. Come on, let's check out what PlayStation's got.
Oh dang! And they had a PlayStation special, and we don't have the full episode.
Go gunning in Off-World Extreme.
Dang!
Slamming home with.
Dang!
Come on.
There's gotta be another tape where that is, right? Well, it doesn't seem like it's on here. That is all the episodes they have on the... That said, someone did appear on his feed here. Let's click this. What is this? Video and Arcade Top 10. What is this? Oh wow. This seems like this is similar enough.
Now this is the place to find the hottest game action with great prizes for those here in studio and for our home players like you.
Oh, now there's suddenly a bunch of episodes of these appearing in my feed. Oh, this is Canadian. That's probably why I never heard of this one. Alright, let's see what this has. Yeah, this is from early Super Nintendo. Interesting.
I'll bring you this week's movie review, plus a Nintendo News update this week featuring Star Fox.
I've got some videos coming at you by Jesus Jones and Bon Jovi in the Oxy Music Review. I'll read you the letter of the week, plus I have some Nintendo tips for Mario Kart.
We're playing two great games today from Nintendo. First up is NCAA basketball, then Super Mario Kart. Both were playing on SNES systems.
The excitement of the American college.
Oh, they called it SNES in Canada. So that's where that comes from. They didn't call it Super NES, like in America.
We've got tons of hints and tips for you, but first we should go meet our four Slam Master contenders. Please, Liza.
David, how are you? Do you like basketball? Yeah. It's pretty good, huh? Do you play it? No.
Nope.
Okay, good luck today. You're playing with Jerry Chan of Edmonton, Alberta.
Ryan, how you doing? Fine. You got a big smile on your face.
So is this like a game show?
You want to say hi to out there?
Parents and sister and brothers.
All right, good luck. You are playing with Chris LeBlanc.
I guess it is kind of like a game show.
Lewis, how are you doing? Not bad. You know, I think the stars are in alignment.
Hold on, how long have I been streaming? It's been about 2.5 hours. I guess I'll keep going for a little bit.
You've got all the Duke stuff, so good luck. You're playing with.
Especially since I got several episodes of this to go through.
How you doing?
Fine.
Is there anyone you want to say hi to out there?
Friends and family.
Friends and family? Do you think you'll kick these guys' butts or what?
Yeah.
All right, that's the attitude. Good luck. You're playing with Megan Kelly of Ottawa, Ontario.
Ah.
All right, guys. Now remember, today's winner is going to be the player that can sink the most baskets. So go for baskets, guys. If there is a tie, then the winner will be the player who has the fewer points scored against them. All right, players, turn around and pick up your controllers. Let's play the game. Liza, please tell us what we're playing for.
Our third and fourth place players will take home a very cool t-shirt from Party Pigs. The runner-up will get this really cool Indiglo watch from Timex. And our studio winner and their play-at-home partner takes home Nintendo's NCAA basketball. Now back to more game action.
Yeah, this is kind of like a game show. That's interesting.
Excellent hat, Liza.
Thank you very much, sir.
All right, now all our players are playing the exhibition mode today, so it's going to be the Duke Blue Devils versus the Clemson Tigers.
It's Lexus. NCAA basketball has 3 options to play in. There's exhibition mode, 2-player exhibition, and season play. In season play, you play everyone in your conference. The game keeps tabs on your standings, and if you do well enough in the regular season, you may qualify for the NCAA tournament. You then play another team in your region. If you survive the regionals, it's on to the Final Four, the hottest tournament in the college basketball circuit.
Now, the first and most important decision to make in this game is what team you will play as.
There are a lot of choices. There are 5 conferences with 8 to 10 teams in each, 44 teams in total.
Now, when I first started playing this game, I picked the teams with the coolest logos.
Oh, that's a bad move, Gordy. Please. Cool uniforms do not a good team make.
Excuse me, yeah, but it's not easy knowing the ability of every team playing. Thank you very much.
Before starting play, switch over to the team stats on the title screen. It's easy. This gives you the team's win-loss record, plus a rundown on what kind of players you've really got. Personally, I'm a UNLV fan.
Now, check this out. The ACC's top 2 teams are Duke and NC State, and Liza, Duke has a very cool logo. So there, the Big East Conference top teams are Syracuse and St. John's, Kentucky, and Mississippi State are top teams in the Southeast Conference, and Kansas and Oklahoma are number 1 and 2 in the Big 8.
Finally, Arkansas and Texas top the Southwest Conference. Remember that it's very easy to blow the entire season just right out the window with a string of 4 or 5 bad games.
Now, I played as Duke in the ACC and went up against the Clemson Tigers.
I think while this is going, I'm going to try to run some searches on if there's any more episodes of Twitch that were recorded, put on YouTube, something like that.
Actually, I think the best way to be a winning team is to practice your defense.
Definitely, but before we get into it, let's it over.
Of course, probably not doing it on this computer. I'll probably end up crashing it.
Listen up, racing fans. Today I've got some tactical moves to make you track champion in the game Super Mario Kart. Our first secret...
Super Mario Kart. Mario.
Your control pad in the left or right button. Experiment with the left and right buttons when you're turning corners. If you time it just right, you can do a power slide. Now remember, although it is possible to take sharp corners without letting up on the gas, even seasoned racers find this difficult. You may slide off the course, or you might even spin out. So be careful. Now, if you feel yourself going out of control, what you have to do is ease up on the gas. This is a skill that you can only master with time and practice. Another tip is to pick up coins. They're all over the ground, and each coin you pick up makes your cart go faster. If you have 10 coins, you will reach the maximum speed limit. Any more coins are just extras. Now, you can lose coins just as easily as you found them. If you have a collision with an enemy, you can...
Use your damn shroom, you dumbass!
You must pay him 2 coins. Highway robbery.
Dumbass.
If you're involved in a spin caused by an item attack, or if you bump into someone else, you'll lose a whopping 4 coins. Well, it looks like I'm out of
There we
time.
go. There we go.
Actually, remember, if you have any tips you'd like to share with us, write them in. Now, back over to game action.
After the teams are picked and you start the game, pay attention to what kind of offense your opponent is using. Then get into the select mode and make adjustments.
Now, I like to switch defender on the pass option, especially if you're playing a team that does a lot of passing. I usually use the fast break option and end up crashing the boards. Now, remember, use the fast break whenever possible.
Wait a sec. What is crashing the boards?
I knew you wouldn't know that. Think defense, Liza. Shot goes up, and all your big guys go in for the round. Elbows and all. Totally cool.
Amazing.
Actually,
cool.
you must be impressed by my knowledge of the game, right?
Oh, always. Well, actually, no. I'm amazed at the fact that a short little pipsqueak like you can score, let alone even reach the net. Oh.
Thank you very much, Liza. I'm a pro. Quick pass and go drive twisting around. And slam in your face, slam after slam. I would kick your butt, Liza.
Yeah, right, Gordon.
Anyway.
This attempt at snarky commentary is kind of cringe.
Okay, yes. When you're in play, try out all the different defenses. You've got 5 timeouts to use, plus you can get into the select mode anytime you pick those defenses.
Now, a couple things to do on all the defenses is steal and block. If your opponent has the ball in front of you, whack that X button rapidly, and you'll create lots of turnarounds. Hit the B button on the shot to block.
This is fast-paced action, and you've got to keep a good eye on the game. When on defense, the defensive player you control has an arrow above his head. Move this player around the key following the motion of play. When you do this, you'll soon see who has the best shot from outside and a pattern from how the opponent moves the ball.
Now, if they try driving for the net, plant your shot in front of him, you'll draw an offensive foul or at least cause the guy to back off and pass the ball.
On offense, pass the when you're on offense, pass the ball until you get an opening, then drive for the net. If it's a one-person play, try faking one way and then drive the other. If one of your players isn't doing much or drawing a lot of fouls, check your roster, see who else you can try out. Always keep an eye on whether the players are getting tired or not. That's important too.
You can also try out an endless list of strategies in this game. What we haven't mentioned yet is the incredible graphics. As you've seen, the color and actions are great. You feel like you're in the game with the spectacular Mode 7 programming. Now, if there are quick turnarounds, your head will be spinning.
Our players are doing pretty good so far, don't you think, Gordy?
All right, first of all, with player number 1 over here, we have a score of 10 to 12. He's just lost 2 points against him. That's David, player number 1. And player number 2 is winning 26-10. That is Lewis. Over here, player number 3 is losing 11 to 15. That was Ryan. And player number 4 is losing also 9 to 16. That's Andrew.
This isn't looking like a contest.
Players seem to be doing pretty well here, so let's give them a little time to play while we go over and check in with Gordon in today's Electro News.
All right, have you seen the movie Lawnmower Man? Well, in that movie, we are introduced to virtual reality. It allows the viewer to hop into a world of fantasy and wonderful effects. Introducing from Domark, we now have the Virtual Reality 2.0 Studio. Now you can use virtual reality on your home computer. You can design your dream house, then walk in or fly over it. Hey, even create your own movie and put yourself right in the middle of it. Cool. Launched in Las Vegas, Nevada on January 6, 1993, it became the biggest hit of the entire convention. It was even nominated Best Desktop Publishing Graphics Program. For those of you who don't know what that is, it's really cool. Now, if you own a home computer and you're interested in virtual reality, pick this program up and hey, invite me over while you're doing it, please. Liza, what do the Pioneer Top 5 laser discs look like this week?
The top-selling laser discs look like this. At number 5, Candyman. At number 4, Little Ninjas. At number 3,
Why are they charting the top 5 selling laser discs? Baby's Kids was a top-selling laser disc? That's cringe!
Featuring martial arts. Blair Gable of Woodstock, Ontario will be getting sent to that Universal Soldier is a Nintendo game based on a movie. Congratulations. Now, stay tuned. When we come back, we'll find out the winner of NCAA basketball. See you soon.
I wonder if this has any Canadian television ads. YTV. Let's see.
I am the penguin. Time to call Batman.
Not so fast, Penguin. Batman fruit snacks and soup from Lipton.
I am the Joker.
No!
It's about commitment, believing you can do it.
The time for change is now.
Don't do it, kid! Don't Joker!
In a special night hosted by Andrew.
Okay, enough of that. Go Power Changers. Yuck, yuck, yuck.
We are back, Liza. We had 4 slamming b-ball games here, but tell us who came out on top.
Well, Gordy, you are right. These were good games. But as you know, we can only have one winner, and that is player number 2, Lewis. Yes! All right.
Yes, the guy who is clearly winning from the very start won. Wow.
V&A Studio Pack. From New Bright, Canada, this radio-controlled car replica. And from Canada Games, the new board game Dark World. Way to go! And thanks to everybody for coming out and playing the game.
I mean, I guess those prizes are alright for today. They're kind of like...
In the exciting new game Star Fox, you are McCloud, and as the leader of the Star Fox team, it's up to you to save the planet Corneria from the evil Emperor Andros. Victory depends on your ability to...
Alright, Star Fox.
During the raid on the planet Venom.
Super Effects was hip and new. Dude, Slippy's gonna die. Dude, Slippy's gonna die. Slippy's gonna die. Yeah! Slippy's dead! Yeah! Slippy's dead! You fucking killed Slippy! Yeah!
Are going to move horizontally. The L button rolls the ship to the left, and as you've probably already guessed, the R button rolls the ship to the right. The X button will give you a temporary speed boost for those times when you need to get out fast, and the A button fires a Nova bomb. Press A once to fire and once again to detonate the bomb. The B button when pressed will fire retro rockets.
Slippy is dead. Video and arcade top 10 canon. Slippy has died.
You can choose one of 3 different viewpoints on the action.
That's all I can really say now. Oh, hello.
The standard view is similar to the approach view.
Dora Konusa? Is that, did I read that right?
Is from your cockpit inside the ship. Star Fox is an incredible game, but it takes practice to learn what moves work best in what situation. So keep practicing and watching us for hints, and someday you'll be an A Star Fox player. Now, back to more game action.
Unfortunately, that's on YouTube, so I can't get my Twitch translation bot to work there. But yes, hello, welcome to the stream. My Japanese is not very good, but I am glad to have you here.
There are a lot of tricks you better get used to. All of today's players will be competing against the computer, so let's get over and meet them. Please, Liza.
Hi, Dean. How are ya? Fine. Have you played Mario Kart before?
Yes.
Yeah, you're pretty good.
Mario Kart.
What do you usually use?
Yoshi.
Yeah, okay, well, good luck.
Yoshi. Yoshi's a pretty good pick.
Jack, how you doing?
Good.
Are you all excited or what?
Yep.
And I think you can kick these other players, or you think so?
I hope so.
You hope so. Good attitude. Is there anyone you want to say hi to out there?
Yeah, I want to say hi to my parents and my friends, Merrick, Darren, and Sean.
All right, good luck. You're playing with Alex Jan of Montreal, Quebec. Good luck.
Hi, Nancy. You think you're going to do well today? Yeah. Have you played Mario Kart before?
Yeah.
Yeah? Which driver do you usually use? Yoshi or the princess? You use all of them? Yeah, okay. You're playing with Daryl Brander from Winnipeg, Manitoba.
Johan, how you doing?
Fine.
You excited?
Yeah.
Are you going to beat these players or what?
Yeah, sure.
You think so? That's the attitude. Is there anyone you want to say hi to out there?
Yeah, my family and friends, Panavan, Tom, and Wasan.
All right, good luck, Johan. You are playing with Joseph Lovelace from Winnipeg, Manitoba. Now, good luck to all our players. All right, players, now today's winner will be the player that is able to win the most races. Now, today's players get to pick the racetrack of their choice. All right, contestants, pick up your controllers. Turn around. All right, let's play the game. Liza, please tell us what...
They're probably playing Mario Circuit. Something very basic like that.
Iron Man watch. This year, it's very new with a luminescent base. This comes courtesy of Timex. And our studio champ and their play-at-home partner will take home a copy of Super Mario Kart for play on Super NES. Now, back to more game action.
All right, now in one-player game action mode, you get the option to race against 7 different opponents. In the time trial mode, you pick the course that you want to race on, and at the same time, try and capture the course record. Now remember that all records are stored, so do your best.
And don't forget, Gord, that there is also the battle mode. In this option, players are doing what else? Arena combat. Again, today's players are racing in the match.
You know, it's kind of rude to have this kind of commentary, which isn't even about the specific competition, when these kids are competing. Like, you know, like, don't be talking about the battle mode when these kids are racing.
Don't rev your engines too high off the green light. This will cause you to peel out. Now, proper acceleration is the key to winning most races.
Each race is 5 laps. If you don't pace in the top 4, it's back to the drawing board for you. You can only restart your game 3 times if you lose. Now you get points for placing 1st through 4th.
There are 2 things that you want to look out for on the track. These are things that will help you in winning races. First, there is the zipper. Run over this and you'll speed along at high speed.
Then look for the jump sign. Run over this rectangular object, and you can grab some air.
Now, if you happen to be the leader, keep a sharp eye out for who is on your tail. Always block them from passing. You don't want that.
And this can be easily done by hugging the inside track when turning and swaying to your left and right as you approach a turn. Remember.
I wonder if anyone's going to actually play on an arcade cab for a show called Video and Arcade Top 10.
Actually, aggressive racing spells victory! And that's what our players are after today. We've got a lot more tips and hints coming up, but that's a little later. First, we're going to check in with that monster of music, Nicholas Pixelis.
Well, Jesus Jones got together in 1988 and released their first single called Info Frico in 1989, and it looks like these guys do not waste time in world domination. It's been a while since that first single, and Jesus Jones is definitely popular since their hit with Right Here, Right Now. And here they are with The Devil You Know from the album Perverse.
I'm gonna skip the music video. That's like completely off subject.
Here is the single Bed of Roses. Or game action.
Like, why would they have that on this show?
Look out for the question blocks.
Like, that is completely off topic. That is cringe. That is super, super cringe.
Here are the items that you want to The red shell is like the green shell, but this weapon works like a guided missile instead.
The banana peel is bad news. If you hit this guy, the cart will spin out. Pick up the feather, and it will allow you to jump higher than usual. The mushroom gives you a temporary burst of speed. When you pick up the star, it will allow you to be invisible for a short period of time. And when you get into
Invisible.
where it's do or die, the invincibility star comes in very handy. Gord, you seem anxious.
Now pick up the lightning bolt and use it to shrink the other races for a short period of time. They will be very vulnerable, so take advantage of the situation and get the lead. Now hold on, I had to get that out before I forgot it.
Okay. While collecting as many coins as you can, look for the ghost. This will make you invisible. Just a short note about the battle mode. It works like this. You get 3 balloons surrounding your car. Pick up items to destroy the enemy's balloons. When all 3 balloons are gone, you lose.
Now here are the 8 car drivers, the 2 Mario Bros, the Princess and Yoshi, Bowser or Donkey Kong Jr. There's also Koopa Troopa and the Toad.
Now each card has its own special performance. For fast acceleration, use the Princess and Yoshi. For the ultimate high top speed, pick either Bowser or Donkey Kong Jr. Now if you want a card that performs to a standard basic level, pick either of the brothers.
All right, we're going to let our players keep on going, but now let's check in with that crazy Nicholas with the letter of the week. Please, Nicholas Pickles.
Yo, it's your Funky Junkie record guy here, and I've got the letter of the week. And this one is from Aaron Janest of Kitimat, BC. I really like your show. I think it's great. I watch it as often as I can. I would really like to be a home player. Who wouldn't like to be a home player? I have Super NES with The Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past, which I can finish, and I'm planning on getting Spider-Man and the X-Men as well. And here is a
Oh, Spider-Man and the X-Men. Oh, not exactly the ideal choice.
Sprinkle them with your magic powder. My favorite singer is Weird Al Yankovic. Well, thanks for writing in.
Why did I felt that look like Big the Cat for a moment? Let's see what that is.
Certificate courtesy of Rogers Video, and it's good for 10 rentals of movies or games at your local Rogers Video store. Now back
Rogers, I have never heard of a Rogers Video. I guess that's specifically Canadian.
So stick around.
I do not know any Rogers Video. I guess it's like Blockbuster. All right, more ads.
But only for a limited time.
Tomorrow, I'm gonna save the bald eagle.
In the Friar Getty, past. But how do you know what is important?
Guys, at number 1, Street Fighter 2.
Oh.
Welcome back. Our viewer's choice for the video and arcade top sellers looks like this. At number 3, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 4. At number 2, The Legend of Zelda.
Logical.
Guys, at number 1, Street Fighter 2.
Yeah, those make sense. Kind of a strange way to spell Street Fighter 2, though.
Every week. Now let's head over to Lexa with today's movie review.
Sudi and Simpson, now out on video, is a heartwarming, sometimes heart-wrenching drama starring
What?
Louis Gossett Jr. and Sarah Gilbert of television's Roseanne. It's a story
What?
of a young girl in a small southern town in the 50s who forms a friendship with a man who is not welcome in the town because of the color of his skin. I really
Oh,
like
come on! What's this got the...
Time again, Liza, who is the best Mario Kart driver?
There we go. Let's just skip that part. It's like, what the heck's that doing in the show?
Number 3, Jack. Okay, Jack, congratulations, because you're our studio winner. You and you alone.
Like, why does this keep going off topic so often?
Get this wicked glow-in-the-dark Skyfighter system and Night Strike courtesy of Playtoy Industries, plus Parker Brothers' NES version of their board game Clue. Congratulations, and thank you to everybody for coming out and playing the game today. Gordon.
All right, if you live in the Toronto
Like, we hardly even see the kids' final plays. Like what if shit went down to the wire? Like, how are you supposed to take their competing seriously? That's kind of cringe.
In fact, when you write in, tell us why you'd like Honda's Dirt Bike to become a home player. Write to us at Video and Arcade Top 10, 550 Queen Street East, Suite 330, Toronto, Ontario, M5A1V2. And remember, whether you're racing against other characters or trying to sack them, it all comes down to the same thing. Play the game.
Nintendo, hot game action. Now you're playing with power, superpower.
Does this have only Nintendo? Like, does this not have a single Sega thing?
Personal computer specialist for all your needs of computers, calculators, and accessories.
Would be pretty unusual for that day.
Standard equipment. CompuCenter. New from Neutrogena, acne care products, tough on acne, gentle on skin. Neutrogena's new antiseptic cleanser, acne mask, and
next.
The Pioneer. Canadian. Robert Essery Organization. 19...
is produced by REO, the Robert Essery Organization.
Okay. Let's just skim through some of the other episodes.
It looks like you gamers out there just cannot get enough of this little plumber himself, Mario. So today on Nintendo Tips, we'll take another look at Super Mario Land 2 6 Golden Coins. Now, as you know, in this game, Mario is on the quest to save Mario Land from the evil Wario.
Wario! Wario! Where?
That leads to secret stages in the outskirts of 5 Mario Land zones. Following me? First,
Wow!
As a Mario
Wario!
Exit in the second tree zone course where it branches off into the roots and tall grass. Now remember, if you don't already have your bunny ears to be a rabbit, there will be a carrot hiding very deep section of the stage. Find it and take it. Then backtrack and search for the pipe on the other side of the gap in the tree.
Oh boy.
You can jump into the gap, float across it, and then walk into the pipe. But keep in mind,
Mario Bunny, Wario, way.
An army of Koopa Troopas. What you got to do is squash them and toss their shells. Then look for the 2 1-ups in this stage. Hey, I'm out of here, but don't worry, I'll let you in on other secret entrances some other time.
Alright, Snafu tournament, Liza should know well, is a military term which stands for basically situation normal, all fouled up. If this ever pops up, it means that at one point in the mission, a mistake was made that was so bad that the entire mission has been ruined.
Now, you've got to learn which weapons are best used for what. Like, you don't want to waste an air-to-surface missile on a couple of soldiers with guns. Not a good idea, so here is the deal, Gordy.
Thank you. In the case of AAA or anti-aircraft artillery, all you have to use is your chain gun or a hydras. Now, there are points where you can knock out the radar dishes and stay out of range of the enemy's guns. If you can find that point, you'll save your ammunition, and this is a big plus.
At all costs, avoid...
So do they have like older kids playing this game, I guess?
There are a lot more objects to hit, like soldiers, oil tanks, transports, all that kind of stuff.
Also, if you can find a toolbox, it will restore your armor to full strength. To help your situation, find an MIA, which stands for Missing in Action, and have them on board.
Finally, move on to the command center, but let's make sure that we are fully fueled up.
They don't feel like you're that much older.
Heavier targets on.
Now, when you destroy the command center, the enemy commander will attempt to escape, chase the commander, and take him prisoner. Only then will you learn where the Allied spy is being held captive.
If you're really hot at this game, there is campaign number 2, the Scudbusters. Is pretty self-explanatory. Campaign number 3 is
Scudbusters is something. What are you busting people's poo? Is that what you're doing? Oh, my Scud needs busting so bad.
Water rescue experience.
Finally, there's the 4th and final campaign, the Nuclear Storm. This is the environmental part of the game where your mission is to protect the oil fields and stop oil slicks. Okay, I see Gordy over there, so it's time to head over for Electro News.
Introducing Pioneer's new technology, the new stable platter mechanism. Now, did you know that it's been 8 years since the introduction of the CD player? Nowadays, people have fully moved over to the CD format, ditching their old vinyl records. Now, naturally, the next step for this system was a technology that will rotate and capture all the information to deliver perfect sound without those annoying skips that occur. Now, you can get the ultimate CD sound with Pioneer's stable platter mechanism. What the platter does is fully support the disc the same way a vinyl record is supported. Now, you probably know that these CDs really whip around when they're playing because of that.
Let's skip that. Let's skip that.
My favorite, Harvest Chicken, and the sauce simmers right.
Let's.
Funny winner finalist is player number 2, Corey.
Okay.
Oh, Corey, congratulations. That's excellent. You have made it, and we will see you next week for the big finals. And your home player has won too, so be here next week to cheer on Corey in the.
Oh yeah, these are older. These are like probably teenagers.
You and you alone get this Video and Arcade Studio Pack. You're going to get this fantastic Skyfighter system, the Night Strike, courtesy of Playtoy Industries. Plus, you walk away with this game sound system from Lightwave Technologies. A very cool studio pack. And thanks to the rest of the players for coming out.
I'm not familiar with that accessory.
Now, over to Lexa with today's Nintendo News Update.
There's a game with more than plenty of stuff and slam dunking in your face. You know what I'm getting at, don't you? That's right. Today on the Nintendo News Update, we'll be taking a look at the slamming game, NCAA Basketball. One of the best ways to confuse, attack, and stomp your opponents in the game is to have wicked passing. What better way to keep your opponents in the dark than if they don't know where to turn next? Now, just like the real sports, you got to be sure your teammate is in the clear before passing the ball. But with this game, you get a break because when your team is on the offense, you can get this info just by looking at the symbol that will appear over your teammate's head. Inside the symbol will be that player's position. For example, C is for center, PF is a power forward, and of course, G is for guard. The symbol will be one of 3 colors, green, yellow, or red. If it's green, feel free to pass because your teammate is in the clear. If the symbol is yellow, you should avoid passing the ball because this means that the player is being guarded and is only partly open. Last but not least, if the symbol is red, only pass to this person if you are desperate to get rid of that ball because this person is being closely guarded. However, keep in mind that the condition indication on the symbol is always changing. This means that if you do decide to pass the ball to the player with the red symbol, if you're really lucky, that player just might break free and become a green symbol by the time the ball gets to him. But be aware that this works both ways. A player whose symbol is green might pick up a defender after the ball is passed to him. If this happens, he might not be open by the time the ball gets to him. And finally, just like in real basketball, the condition changes constantly, and a good player keeps their eyes and options open. That's about it for now. See you next time. Now, back to more game action.
All right, it's game 2, and the story goes like this. Our hero's car has crashed on planet Goth. Now, the planet he's on is full of unfriendlies. It's either you or them, and it's the first time our players have ever seen this game. The premiere happening right here on Video and Arcade Top 10. Introducing Bob from Electronic Arts. Now, let me just say simply, this game is hot. All right, let's meet our 4 players who are also the remaining 4 of the hottest players trying to advance to the semifinal round next week. Liza.
Carlo, how you doing?
Fine.
Are you going to be the next one moving on in the championships?
Yeah.
You think so? You feel pretty good?
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, good luck. You're playing with Jeffrey Buchanan from Dartmouth, Nova Scotia.
David, how you doing?
Fine.
Are you all excited?
Yes.
Is there anyone you want to say hi to out there?
My family and my friends.
Now, you think you can make it to
Younger
the
kids.
championship?
Yes.
All right, good luck. You're playing with Jagelle Christopher from LaSalle, Quebec. Good luck.
Hi, Adam. How are you?
Hi.
You ready for this?
Yep.
You gonna win?
Yeah.
Okay, good luck. You're playing with Melissa Amaru of Winnipeg, Manitoba.
Michael, how you doing?
Fine.
Are you all excited?
Yep.
I guess so. Is there anyone you want to say hi to out there?
Yeah, just my family and friends.
All right, good luck. You're playing with Tim Burt of Birch Cove, Newfoundland. Now, good luck to all our players. Now, remember, today's winner of B.O.B. or Bob is the player that can clear the most levels. Now, in the event that 2 players are tied on the same level, the player that's gotten the farthest in the adventure is our winner. All right, let's turn around and play the game. Pick up your controllers. All right, play the game. Liza, please tell us what they're playing for.
Our 3rd and 4th place players will take home a very cool t-shirt from Party Pigs. The runner-up will get Canada Games' new one, Dark World, plus a Game Boy Illuminator from Greer. And our studio winner takes home a copy of Bob from Electronic Arts. Now, back to more game action.
All right, now what is it, Bob? Well, it's a good question. It's a mechanical kind of guy that's full of gizmos and gadgets that he uses to fight from screen to screen.
Your goal each round is to find the swirling orange teleporter. This will allow Bob to teleport to the surface of Goth and move on to the next level.
All right, now don't just think that Goth is the only place you'll
I mostly recall this Bob or graphics from Metroid Prime random. I mean, Super Metroid randomizers.
Guns and other cool stuff along the way. Although when you're holding onto one weapon, you can only use that specific weapon, but you can change from weapon to weapon as well.
All right, now keep an eye on the energy level. As it depletes, it will turn different colors. When the power goes, Bob disappears. Now, the boss has an energy bar also. The same rules apply to the boss as they do to Bob.
Let's talk Bob's weapons. When Bob is fully charged, he can use a maximum of his 99 shots. There are 9 different modes that Bob can pick: the single-shot weapons, triple-shot weapons, and a flamethrower. For long
Why are you pausing in a competition? That's cringe, dude.
Target all by itself. The bolt gives the enemy a real strong jolt of power, and finally there is the wave. The wave has just totally awesome power.
There are also a few good remotes that Bob can use to his advantage. The flash temporarily freezes the enemy in their place. The shield temporarily surrounds Bob in a force field. When the shield is on, no enemies can hurt him unless he walks through them. When the shield starts flashing, you know that the time is running out.
All right, now the umbrella saves Bob from falls. It can only open when he is falling. The trampoline is used to jump up higher than Bob can normally go, and the helicopter allows Bob to fly, obviously, but look out for the walls and rafters when you're flying.
Finally, there is the floating bomb. The bomb floats around like a hand grenade and explodes after a period of time. What's really cool is that Bob can unleash them in rapid succession. We have lots more tips coming up, but right now, let's check in with that monster music, that DJ extraordinaire, Nicholas Pickles.
Nicholas Pickles? What?
Well, life must be
That's
really
not a
tough
real
for
name.
this mega mega-talented artist has become a superstar in the last couple of years.
Uh,
How do you change from gun
skipping.
to gun?
No problem. To select a gun, press the L button. Then you can see what kind of ammunition you have. To select a remote, press the R button to cycle through the available remotes. Now remember that these remotes should only be used when needed. You don't get that many of them.
Here's a few tips that you're going to need to succeed in Bob. Although you have a time limit, there's no need to rush through the level like a crazy person. Fire your gun if needed. If your gut tells you that there's something around that corner, well, there probably is.
You also want to avoid sleeping on the electric wires. I think you usually would. There are going to be times when you can hitch a ride on a moving platform or fly over it with one of your options.
Like Gort just said, when you approach a situation that requires you to do more than just fire a gun or jump, go to the special features. Remember, players, that this is where the special items come to play. Don't waste them somewhere else where you could have done something easier.
And now this game has some fantastic graphics. What makes the game so good is that Bob moves so smoothly and the screen rolls with him. The sound effects are also perfect for the game.
I like the fact that you had an objective each time, and a lot of the time you had to rely on your own gut feelings for the right way to go. I really, really enjoyed this game.
Now, getting back to the weapons, when you do pick them up, try and get the three-way split gun. Personally, I think this is the best weapon for the job. It sends out more of a damaging blow when you fire. All right, it's time now to head over to Nicholas Pickles with this week's Letter of the Week.
Oh yeah, we are cracking open the letter bags with more of your letters in this.
Skip that.
Give us the word on what your fave games are when you write in, and we'll bring you the top 3 every single week. Now, let's head over to Lexa with this week's Neutrogena movie review.
Nah.
M5A 1v2. Now, back over to Gord.
All right, it's that time. Let's find out who our big winner is. Liza, who is our last finalist in the Big Money Championship?
The last finalist to make it into the Video and Arcade Big Money Championships, and the winner of Bob is player number 4, Michael. Congratulations, Michael. All right, you and your home player are a step closer to splitting that $5,000 in cash and prizes.
Let's move on to the next one. I feel like I don't like this one as much as some of the others.
Happening at your Going Gone by Dick's Sporting Goods. Don't miss our biggest sale.
Our 8 finalists are here with fingers primed, and their home players are out there rooting for them because up for grabs is $5,000 in cash and prizes that'll be split between our studio champ and their home player. What we're going to do is split these 8 players into 2 groups. The winner of the first game will play the winner of the second game for the big money prize.
This has some interesting game choices.
Flying foot, as the case may be. The 2 finalists will be playing Street Fighter 2. All right, enough talk. Let's get to it. What's up today, guys?
I'll bring you this week's movie review, plus the Nintendo News Update featuring Super Play Action Football.
Stay tuned, I've got some very cool tips for the Super Scope game Battle Clash.
Capcom is in the house today with 2 great games for our Big Money Finals. The first group faces off in Disney style, playing Capcom's Magical Quest. And our second group will be playing Ghouls and Ghosts. Both games are for SNES.
All right, today's first semifinal game is a hot one. We flip into Super NES action with a very famous cartoon character, Mickey Mouse. Introducing from Capcom, the Magical Quest. Now, before we enter the land of magic and mystery, let's meet our first 4 semifinal players and their home players. Please, Liza.
Dan, congratulations on making it this far.
Thanks.
Did you think you'd make it this far?
Yeah.
So you have a good attitude about it. Well, good luck. You're playing with Keith Hardy from Lewisport, Newfoundland.
Michael, my man, how you doing?
Great.
Are you excited or what?
Yep.
All right, now who did you bring with you today to cheer you on?
My
Why do you
parents
look
and
like
my
you're
brother.
stoned or something? Like why are your eyelids all black?
Video game collecting.
All right, excellent.
Like I hope that's just makeup because you look like you're stoned. You're a bit young to be stoned. You know what I mean?
Justin, how you doing?
Good.
Did you bring some people along with you to cheer?
Yeah, my family.
Your family? Okay, well, good luck. I think you're going to do well. You think?
Yep.
Okay, you're playing with Shannon Clyburn from New Waterford, Nova Scotia.
All right, Corey, you made it this far. How do you feel?
Great.
Are you nervous or are you more excited?
Excited.
You're excited? Excellent.
Yeah.
A little bit nervous?
Yeah.
It's a lot of prizes and a lot of money. Are you gonna share it or are you gonna keep it all to yourself?
Share it.
All right, excellent. That's the idea.
Was bare naked ladies a thing during this time?
Well, good luck. You're playing with David Graves from Dartmouth, Nova Scotia. Now, good luck to all our players. All right, now I want to first congratulate you all for making it this far, and let me remind you that the home players have traveled with their studio player from the beginning of this championship series in the hope that they can win big with their player in studio. Now, today we are looking for the player that can rack up the most points. Go for points, guys. In the event of a tie, then the player that is on the highest level will be our winner. All right, good luck, guys. Let's turn around and pick up your controllers. This is it. Let's play the game. Liza, please tell us what they're playing for this round.
Everyone wins big here. Each player will take home a copy of Capcom's The Magical Quest. But our big winner will take home all of these great gifts, including the Commodore Amiga computer. Now,
Oh, a Commodore Amiga. Interesting.
All right, now Pluto has disappeared, not the planet, and his pal Mickey is hot on the trail to find him. His tracking job leads him to a world filled with giant vines and strange new creatures. Now, although this looks very beautiful, it's not.
as they travel along, they meet up with a wizard who tells them that the evil Emperor Pete has snatched Pluto.
Now, Mickey soon realizes that the evil Emperor Pete has cast a spell on everyone in the kingdom, so everybody is after Mickey.
Mickey has the capability to jump, run, and grab things. Grabbing items and letting them go is very important. By grabbing things and throwing them at objects on
that
the
cutscene
screen,
just
you can reveal items that are
skip in a
essential
split
for
second?
stuff like hearts to
That's
keep
probably
them strong.
something that's specifically programmed into this competition version of this game.
10 times. Now, Mickey can also make use of some special costumes that you can pick up along the way.
Talking about costumes, when Mickey changes into the wizard's costume, he is able to perform great feats of magic. By holding down the Y button, Mickey can charge up his magical energy. Release the button, and a bolt of energy comes flying out.
Now find the firefighter's costume and you can release a powerful stream of water at your enemy. Remember that as Mickey runs low on water, he will need a fire hydrant to refill his water supply.
Last but definitely not least is
Some of these people are playing like they already know this game.
on. Mickey becomes a brave mountain climber. Using his handy rope and grappling hook, Mickey can scale a cliff quicker than any mountain goat can. Okay, it's time to head over to Nicholas Pickless with today's Nintendo tips.
Yo, Nicholas Pickless back again with some tips for the very happening game Battle Clash. Now, as you know, the object of Battle Clash is to be victorious in the battle game, and the way to do that is to utilize your weapons to the best of their abilities while defending yourself from the opponents who would like nothing better to do than to squash you dead. Now, your main weapon is the laser. Each time you press the laser button, you fire a single shot. One option is to use the laser like a machine gun. You can do this by firing rapidly, but in my opinion, that doesn't do much damage to the enemy. It's better to try to outwit your opponent by resisting the urge to shoot continuously and save the energy in your gun instead. Now, once you have saved enough energy, you will have the power to fire an ultra-powerful energy bolt. Now, if you would like, you might also want to use the special items you can collect. These items are good in emergency situations because they are incredibly powerful, like myself. Some of the special items are the bomb, the plasma bomb, and the homing laser. You choose which item you use by pressing the cursor button. Once you have selected the item you want to use, aim carefully and press the fire button to use it. Hey, I'm out of time. Keep watching for Battle Clash tips on future episodes. Now, back to more championship game action.
There are 5 different blocks that we'll look for. The gray blocks can only be climbed on, while the gold blocks can be climbed on or grabbed and spun.
Now the red blocks can be climbed on or grabbed and spun. They will reappear once Mickey grabs them.
The up blocks will travel straight up when grabbed and spun. Finally, the treasure boxes contain all types of treasure. You can either grab this item or hit it with a box.
Now, there are also a whole list of special items, the magic lamp, the fire hydrant, and coins. These coins are collected and used when you go to buy stuff at the general store.
There's also the magic turban, the apple, and the blueberries. The apple and blueberries are very important today for our players here in studio because they are worth 500 and 200 points respectively.
They also look for the small heart. This and the big heart gives Mickey more energy on his health meter. Finally, there is the Mickey doll that gives an extra chance to Mickey to find Pluto.
Here's a couple of tips. You can catch a ride on cherries by grabbing them as they spin. Just grab a ride on them.
Now, the general stores are hidden throughout the kingdom. Find them and use your gold coins there.
Mickey can jump a lot farther if he gets a running start. The fire hose can be used to move certain blocks, so power up with water.
Now use your special powers to defeat Emperor Pete's special guardians. Keep on hitting them in the head until they are defeated.
Use your special powers to open treasure boxes that don't have handles, but remember that you don't need any special powers to open things like doors and simple handles.
All right, we're going to head over to Alexa with this week's Neutrogena movie review.
Skipping.
So my wife got
Oh,
me this
dang ad!
kitchen knife as a Christmas gift. God,
Queen Street East, Suite 330, Toronto, Ontario.
And let's see, an ads.
Ryan Hoffman and Victoria B.
Stick around for the big money playoffs, Liza.
The winner of Capcom's The Magical Quest is player number 2, Justin. All right, Justin, nice going. Stick around, and we'll see you in about 10 minutes to play in the Big Money Championship game, where you and your home player, Shannon Clyburn of New Waterford, Nova Scotia, could win all of these great prizes. We have 2 Laserdisc sets, 5 NES games.
I don't know any kid who'd be excited about a Laserdisc set.
System, Night Strike, and the great Dark World. And that's not all. You could also take home this Commodore Amiga computer. And last but not least, the winner will receive $700 in cash, and that's ditto for your home player.
Well,
congratulations. That's
cash is
awesome.
nice.
Now let's go over to Lexa.
It's Canadian cash, though.
16, 24, 32, hut! The Super Bowl is over, but you can still enjoy wicked sports action with Super Play Action Football. You have your choice of high school, college, and NFL teams. So today, let's go for the big boys, the NFL. Being a professional league, the NFL do things a little bit differently to the college and high school teams. So let's take a look at the Super Play Action Football's NFL rules. In the NFL, each team has 32 offensive plays and 16 defensive plays in their playbook. Just like in the high school games, the NFL team players are allowed to advance fumbles. This means that if the ball is dropped while you're in your team's possession, if you can, you may pick it up and keep going. This is not allowed at the college level. At the high school and college level, the player must have 1 foot inbounds to catch a ball on the sidelines or in the end zones to make it legal. In the NFL, the players must have both feet in bounds in order for the catch to count. Another difference between the leagues is that in the NFL, the teams must kick for a point after touchdown and are not allowed to go for the two-point conversion. What this means basically is that the NFL players cannot pull any fast moves and try to outsmart their opponents by pretending they're going to kick the ball, but instead throw it at the last minute. And last but not least, one of the biggest differences between the teams is the amount of physical, rough contact that is permitted during the game. In the college and high school games, running backs are considered to be down when their knees touch the ground. In the rougher, tougher big bucks NFL, a player that has hit the ground may get up again and resume running if they haven't already been touched by a defensive player when they hit the ground. Well, it looks like I'm out of time, but keep watching for more football tips in the future. Now, back to more championship game action.
All right, it's time for our second round. So from Capcom, here it is, the Medieval Adventure Fantasy Super Ghouls and Ghosts. Now let me remind you that the players here, that the winner of this round will face off with the winner of the first round. And the end of this game, the result, the Video and Arcade Big Money Champion. So let's get over there and meet our players. Please line up.
Mike, how you doing?
Fine.
You excited?
Yeah.
You must be excited to win all this stuff, huh?
Yeah.
Well, good luck. You want to say hi to someone?
Yeah, I say hi to my best friend Alex.
Okay. Hi, Alex. You're playing with Jeff Martin from St. Shots, Newfoundland.
Conrad, my man, how you doing?
I'm great.
Are you excited or what?
I'm thrilled.
Excellent. All right, who have you brought with you to cheer you on?
Oh, I brought my parents and two goofy guys who just hang on for the ride.
Okay, is there anyone you want to say hi to out there?
I'd like to say hi to Rachel, Francis, Gerald, Chris, PJ, Gardel, everyone else, because it'll take too long.
All right, excellent. Good luck. You are playing with Robert Copty from Quebec. Good luck.
How you doing, Jacob?
Fine.
You excited?
Yeah.
You want to split all this stuff with your home player?
I want it all.
You want
Shut
to
up.
have to split it. You think you're going to do well?
Yeah.
Okay, good luck. You're playing with Tommy Parsons from Port aux Basques, Newfoundland.
Adam, I don't know. This is it. How do you feel?
Good.
Are you excited?
Yeah.
More nervous or more excited?
Excited.
All right, excellent. Is there anyone you want to say hi to out there?
My mom, family, and friends.
Okay, now who's with you here cheering you on today?
My mom and my sister.
Okay, now what's the one thing you hate most about school? Would it be homework?
School.
School, totally, in general. Well, then this computer would help you out pretty cool. All right, you are playing with Tom McLeod from Fort Smith, Northwest Territories. Now, good luck to all you guys. Now, today's players are in the beginner mode with the maximum amount of men, which is 9, as prescribed by the computer. Your mission is simple, guys. Rescue the captured Princess Guinevere from the slimy crypts of the Phantom Zone. You have to fight your way
The
past
Phantom
dungeons,
Zone,
and
is
along
that
the
what
way,
they call
you'll
it
get
in
a
this
great
one?
night. Now remember that along the way, a mighty magic weapon awaits you guys.
I thought the Phantom
Winner
Zone
is
was
the
something
girl
from
that can get
Superman.
the farthest in the adventure. If 2 players are on the same level, then the player with the highest score wins. Okay, players, draw your swords or your controllers. Let's play the game. Liza, please tell us what they're playing for.
Our third and fourth place players will take home a copy of Capcom's Super Ghouls and Ghosts, while first and second place players will take home a copy of Capcom's Mega Man 5, both SNES action. Now, back to more game action.
Mega Man 5 is NES. They definitely made an error there.
Ghouls and Ghosts. By entering the 2-controller code, you can skip to any part of this ghost hunting mission. Now choose the option mode from the title screen and single out the exit option. Then press and hold the L and start buttons on controller 2 and press the controller 1 start button. You'll switch to a new option screen where you can choose your starting stage and area and sample the sounds of the game before you play.
Good tip, Gordy.
Thank you.
It's time for some more hints that our viewers have been having problems with. Now, one big problem is, how do I get the bracelet? Reach the end of stage 7 and defeat the Red Emperor. You'll find the princess holding, what else? A bracelet.
And the only problem is that she doesn't have it. She left it for you near the beginning of the mission, so this is what you've got to do. Go back and seek out the treasure chests. count off 5 chests, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, until you reach the 5th one. If you don't count correctly, you'll end up opening a treasure chest that can spell certain doom for you, so count carefully.
Okay, here's one, Gordy. How do you defeat the Red Emperor?
No problem. Use the bracelet to defeat the Red Emperor as you go through the game for the 2nd time. Again, look for this enemy in stage 7. Now, since the range of your attack depends on the kind of armor you're wearing, look out for the golden armor, especially when attacking His Highness.
When attacking the Highness, be very aggressive and hit the head as much as possible. Now, if you can hold on, you'll meet the final confrontation. It's Sardius. You should also shoot directly at this guy's head. The only problem here is he's a very big guy, and it's kind of hard to reach that high, so good luck. Well, we've got a lot more tips coming up, but first let's head over to that monster of music, Nicholas Pickless.
All right.
Gordon Ramsay's 12-piece set is on sale for Black Friday, but is it really worth the price? Let's break it down. PexCloud is
Liza, I think you kind of left our viewers with a little bit of a dilemma before.
What are you talking about, Gordon?
Well, on your last tip, you said it was pretty tough and good luck, so nice tip. Thanks for coming out.
Oh, come on. I can't give everything away at once.
I know. This is a challenging game. I think we should give you guys another tip, too. When fighting Sardius, use the platforms to circle around the monster to raise Arthur to a level where you can attack the upper head. You'll have to avoid the multiple spear shots and repeat the attack several times to win.
There are 8 levels, so listen up. The Dead Place, the Rotting Sea, the Vermilion Horror, the Ghoul's Stomach, the Deep Chill, the Castle of the Emperor, and the Throne Room. With the exception of the last 3 levels, all the other levels have 2 sub-levels.
All right, now a new weapon picked up always replaces the old, so don't pick up a weapon that is useless or less powerful than the one you have. My advice for the first level is get the bow and arrow that fires horizontally and vertically.
Search carefully for hidden treasure chests. Without the weapons and armor, Arthur doesn't stand a chance of rescuing Guinevere. So use your physical ability as well. And this brings me to my next point. It takes a double jump to leap from ledge to ledge or across a large chasm.
That's right, now first jump into the air. At the top of your jump, press the jump button again. This move is tricky, so you'd better practice. Now watch for the fairies. They can give you a very powerful weapon that you must have in order to finish your quest. Now, what's kind of nice about this game is that you are given another chance once you've been hit. The first time you get hit, you lose your armor. The second time, you lose your skin. So remember that, guys. It's not all over when you get hit. Now, we're going to tally up the scores here. After this break, we'll announce the second finalist and get on to the final face-off in the Big Money Championship. So definitely stick around.
Skip the ads.
Finalist is player number 1, Mike.
There we go.
Congratulations, Mike. You and your home player, Jeff Martin of St. Shots, Newfoundland, are in. Now, you stay right here. We'll bring up Justin from the first round and get set up for the championship final.
All right, Nicholas and Lexa will explain the rules and tell you about the game the guys will be playing. So please, take it away, guys.
We had no choice but to play the hottest game out there for Final Face-Off. Yeah, you got it. Fight Street Fighter 2.
Our 2 finalists will fight it out with their character of choice for up to 2 matches.
We will be playing to time. The winner will be the player who's won the most fights in the allotted time. Simple.
Good luck, guys, and may the flying kick be with you.
All right, let's head over there for some major game action.
Hopefully they have people that are half decent at this game.
Great game action coming down to a fight that will last about 2 minutes. All right, are you guys ready? Give me 5, Justin. We have Justin here. First of all, his home player is Shannon Clyburn of New Waterford, Nova Scotia. I'm sure Shannon is rooting for you.
I hate to break it to you, but the teen probably played Street Fighter 2 more than the kid did, so this might not even be fair.
Now, without further ado, let's turn around, pick up your controllers. Let's play the game. All right, now starting off the top, I should tell you who has picked who. First of all, Justin has picked Ken and
are they up against
Chun-Li. Now, Chun-Li is a kicking character. She has a lot of really special, cool special attacks. Which
Ken versus Chun-Li. Hey guys, it's Evo.
Now the lightning kick is. You can see Chun-Li has a major advantage here off the top. But Chun-Li wins the first round, so the first round goes to Mike. Keep on playing, guys. Now, like I said, Chun-Li.
Yeah, Mike is like Mike knows this game.
That'll hold you there and kick many, many times.
Oh, there we go.
Get out of that. Her second kick, the whirlwind kick, is a kick through the air. Now, as you can see, also Ken has a sort of whirlwind kick. It's not called a whirlwind kick, but Ken also can do a fireball. Now, one of the best defenses for the fireball is another fireball. Ken can. Chun-Li can.
No, the throw would have been better there, dude. Oh, there we go. There's your throw.
Throughout this game, she'll have to rely on her whirlwind kick to stay in the air.
Okay, this seems like it's closer than... Seems like it's closer than what I was thinking it was going to be.
Those fireballs. Now, as you can see, right now we have a tie, and both guys are doing quite well. To give you a brief characterization about Chun-Li, there are actual stories to these characters. Chun-Li is not in this tournament for personal glory. Chun-Li was actually investigating a smuggling operation, which has led her to the tournament. And Ken is just really conceited and wants to win because he thinks he's good looking and thinks he's the best character. Chun-Li wins the second round, so our second round goes to Mike. It looks like it's a 2-1 so far. Keep on going, guys. The time is, you have a little bit more time. Keep on going. All right, we're starting up to another round here. It's 2-1 for Mike. As you can see, it's pretty even competition here. Chun-Li is using her airtime, like I said earlier, and Ken is using his fireball, but the fireballs don't seem to be working that effectively. So Ken is going to have to rely on, or Michael, Justin, who is using Ken, is going to have to rely on a lot of fast punches and jabs and strong and fierces. Now, as you can see, there's ducking another. Chun-Li's ducked another. Oh, Ken is down again. Looks like we have a 4-2 round so far. There is the time. All right, we do have a winner, and our winner, as you can see so far, is Mike, who is using Chun-Li. All right, way to go, Mike. Great game.
Awkward cut there.
Champion. Go ahead, Liza. Tell these guys what they've won.
Okay, listen up. First of all, to our runner-up, you win big too. You walk out of here with a copy of Street Fighter II, the wicked Sky Fighter System Night Strike, and this way cool Indiglo watch from Timex. And you, the #1 man in the house, have a look over there for all your prizes. You and your home player will get CDs, Cineplex Odeon passes, Dark World, and the Sky Fighter System Night Strike. Congratulations.
You also get a bonus Nintendo Pack of Laserdisc set and this Commodore Amiga computer, the Amiga 500. And last but not least, a check for $700 is in the mail.
Your home player, Jeff Martin of St. Shots, Newfoundland, will get the exact same thing. Congratulations to both of you. And thanks to all the players that have come out during our championship series. It's been a blast. Why don't you guys come up and congratulate our winner and play another round of Street Fighter II.
Now remember, Video and Arcade Top 10 will be back next week with some new game action for you.
Alright, so that's the end of that one. Looks like they have one from, like, wow, it was uploaded 11 years ago, and I only found it today. You know what, let's check the one from 96. Wow, show went on a while, didn't it? Wow, this got trippy. Okay.
Everyone's talking about. It's the Pocket Game Boy. All you have to do is write into qualify.
They still have the same song. That's kind of funny.
Favorite games for Game Boy. Now, please don't forget to include your game, your name, your phone number, and your address, because we got to tell you won. You could be the lucky winner of a brand new Pocket Game Boy system.
So send us a postcard today at Video and Arcade Top 10, care of Pocket Game Boy Contest, 550 Queen Street, East Suite.
Is The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. And in first place, Super Mario RPG. Hey, you feeling lucky then?
Wow, this must have been very Nintendo focused if they were not covering PlayStation games at that point. That's kind of interesting. But yeah, it looks like there's a lot of clips of this show. Let's browse a bit. Why does this one look like it has Elvira in it? Man, that's pretty crazy. Video Arcade Top 10. 5 years ago, Donkey Kong Country Free and Kirby Superstar. Yeah, they were really trying to keep this Nintendo only. That's very peculiar. Very peculiar. Let's see what comes up when I run a search on it. Video and Arcade Top 10. Wow, there's a playlist that's over 8 hours of video and arcade top 10. That's crazy. There's episode 760. You gotta be kidding me. Well, it does seem like they got to N64 eventually. I think that's yeah, there's Star Wars. I think that's Shadows of the Empire. Oh, let's see, July 5th, 2000. See. July 5th, 2000. There's a whole load of
Living wonders of
oh, skip. Let's see. Yeah, there's Game Boy Color stuff. Okay, let's stop looking for this for now because it looks like there's plenty of it. I don't need to have like a whole ass load of video and arcade top 10. Now let's look for VHS, Intro TV, Twitch. Not Mitch Jones Twitch TV Saga, I don't think. VHS Twitch. VHS RIP Twitch. Oh my gosh, trying to find Twitch. So there's Billy Times results. Yeah, you're probably not going to get any results. Which other than what's on Billy Times video. Alright, let's see. There's some more video arcade top 10. Oh, okay, yeah. I feel like chat's inactive. I've been streaming for nearly 3.5 hours. I think I'll sign off for now. Thank you for coming in. The Pig, Pio, Dorakonu-san, Shantae fan 123. I'm gonna have to leave a reminder that I'm gonna have to play Counting Cafe, which is pretty cringe of me, but all well. And the D-Live follower, what's that name? Charlie Duh. Thank you for coming in. Well, see you all later.